What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Lazy Sunday live stream. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And we have a very special guest with us today. It's someone who needs no introduction.
Oh, don't do that.
But we got Robo with us from the FWOOSH.
Hello. We're kicking it off with gunfire.
Yes.
I swear, as soon as it stopped the intro, gunfire outside. So the dogs are going to go crazy for a minute, and then
Your neighbors know. You know, they were ready.
Yeah, the neighbors are like, Lazy Sunday.
Yep.
Like, finally, Robo's here.
Oh, yeah, 21 gun salute, or well, 2 gun salute.
Yeah, but thank you so much for joining us. It's awesome to finally have you on, finally get to talk to you sort of face-to-face, I guess.
Yeah, as close to face as we've gotten in the past couple years.
Right. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We already have 169 people in here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you are new.
Of course.
We're always talking about the Black Series here on the channel. That is our, as Robo would say, bread and butter.
Bread and butter. and it's cool because I haven't talked, well, I don't know. It seems like I haven't talked about Black Series in a while, in depth, at length.
No,
Yeah, there's been like no news, so it's going to be general discussion, which I'm sure like a lot of people are eager to hear about some topics.
Little bread, little butter.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
I'm back, everybody.
Yep, Justin is alive. Thankfully.
I'm sweating, and it's snowing out right now, and I have my window open. So that's how I'm going. I'm still feeling it, surprisingly. Not good this time around. Full disclosure, it's been absolute misery on the most important stream of the year, and I thought I was gonna get a whole bunch of projects and stuff done. No, nothing.
Your 3D printer
Absolutely
still destroyed.
Worse than when I had it in 2020. Yeah, 3D printer still messed up. I tried, can't get it.
I do want to say just what's up to a few people. We got Quinn's Comics in here who just found out about us and are now a subscriber. Thanks, Quinn. And we got Wayne Duckett in here as well, along with Master Razzie, who we recently had on. David Edge, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. We got Zach in here from Black Series Cantina.
Yo.
Nice to see you. Got the Rancor shirt on. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Poor Rancor.
Brett on Fett, how's it going? Welcome to the stream.
What's up, Brett?
We do have a super chat here from Jeff W. coming in with the $5. Sup, guys? Hope you're having a great weekend. And hello, Robo. Thank you for the channel support, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Got another one there. Caleb coming in.
Hey, Caleb says, great to see Robo on with you guys. Looking forward to the show. Thanks, Caleb. And Lukeness Monster's here as well. What's up, Lukeness? But yeah, so it's been a pretty slow time. But of course, we all know who Robo is, who the FWOOSH is. So let's just jump into it. How's your 2023 starting off collecting so far?
Man. It's okay, 2023. What is it, 3 weeks?
Yep. We're just shy of a full month into the year. It's kind of crazy to think about.
It almost feels like just business as usual, you know what I mean? When it comes to, I got my pre-orders in, here's some stuff coming in, here's this. But, I don't know, has it been any Star Wars?
Not really.
That's the thing, like because obviously we do mainly Black Series stuff on our channel. We've just been doing lists and lists and lists and lists. And
it's list time.
Yeah, there is not really any news. I'm kind of craving some news, honestly. I kind of miss it. I miss waking up and seeing that yak face Instagram post.
or a live stream or two, which is what's messed me up too, because I see the guys, but it's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking, did I miss some Star Wars? But I haven't.
That's how I've been feeling recently. It seems like everyone else is getting a live stream or product reveals, and I'm just like, Where's my Black Series?
Yeah.
But you got to think with Mando right around the corner, they're maybe going.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got to sync it up with that.
For,
Hopefully.
And they're going
For-
to give us more Mando stuff.
Hell yeah!
Right. Absolutely. I'm honestly surprised they're not doing anything for Bad Batch, like a little, like those like random product reveals that they do for when the shows are airing.
Now I haven't actually watched. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch Bad Batch yet.
Oh, all right,
Or
no worries, no worries.
or what was that? What was the series before that?
Andor?
No, I watched that. That was awesome.
Okay.
The animated. The
Oh, Visions. Or no, not Visions. Tales of the
Tales.
Jedi.
Yeah,
Tales of
Tales.
the Jedi.
I haven't watched Tales yet either.
Nice. You got to watch Tales. Tales
I
is
know.
awesome. Tales
That's what
is
I've been
awesome.
hearing, and really, I don't think I've been spoiled on it. If there's any kind of spoilers, I'm good at avoiding that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I would say like the spoilers are they're pretty inconsequential.
Yeah.
So even if you saw them, you'd probably be like, it doesn't really affect your enjoyment.
Easy to
But-
see coming.
Yeah, but I did just a couple days ago. I got the Big Bad Toy Store processing soon in notice for 3 of the comic book figures: the Mara Jade, the Dr. Aphra, and Mike. So I think those will be the first Black Series figures for 2023 for us.
Because y'all got the current wave fairly early, huh?
Yeah, we found that.
Yeah,
Justin
that
found it at a mom and pop shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and they gave me a deal even. They gave me
crazy.
a discount. I was like, what? And
Yeah.
they were like, we have
the
a...
latest and greatest.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we have a bigger and better location like 30 minutes away. So I went and secured the wave for Nate, and they also gave me a discount at that location.
Without
So,
consulting with the other
No.
location, it was just like that's their deal.
Yep. Yeah, because then we went back a few weeks ago, and we were hoping for the next wave. Like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe there's a chance. Like, they just have the next wave, but they didn't. But yeah, they like cut everyone a deal. 'Cause I bought some 3 3/4 inch stuff, and they were like, "Hey, you want all these for $8 a piece instead of 10?" Like,
No,
I asked the lady. I was like, "Do people say no?"
yeah.
What is the next wave? Some of the Andor stuff and
Yeah, and then Cal Kestis, I think, is the Cal Kestis, Luke from Mando, HK-87.
Depends on what you consider the current wave. Because some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
like already have that wave. That
Because-
pesky land speeder Luke.
True.
You know, he's always...
magic. He's got one of
always
those
out
Doctor Strange that just. I got the new
Exactly.
toys. Cool.
there. You know,
Yeah.
that next wave, though, wave 35, so Din, Djarin, Tank Disguise, HK-87, Luke, Bix, Luthen, Mon Mothma, Cassian, and Cal. I kind of just want HK-87 and Cal. I really liked Andor, but we've kind of talked about how,
Not very toyetic.
yeah, they're kind of just people in clothes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
I'm like, I mean, there's people in clothes on my shelf, but I don't know. Something about
It-
Andor.
It's something about. I feel like the Andor figures are particularly like plain clothes looking figures.
Yeah.
Like other
So
costumes
unique.
in Star Wars that are clothes have like a certain look to them, but yeah, I think those are definitely going to be some clearance pickups if I do plan on picking them
because
up.
I'd hate to skip them and then rewatch Andor in a couple of years and go, dang, I wish I had the figures from that. I bang the desk and the dogs are like, ah.
Like, who's here?
That's all right. My dog barks all the time on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She knows when I'm streaming.
that's
I'm
true.
fairly new to the dog game, so I'm still learning.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I really like the I really like the show. I thought it
Yeah.
was better than Book of Boba
Yeah.
Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi, but something about the figures, the troopers obviously. I'll
Different
pick up the
story.
Yeah,
Different
troopers
story.
are always a different story.
No,
Yeah.
I need to. That wave, yeah, I'm pretty much with you. I need the droid and the. I mean, I'll end up with. It's especially unique characters. Unique characters for the Star Wars shelf. But Luke, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna grab that one.
Yeah, I think I'm waiting for Return of the Jedi Luke, since it'll be on that same body. And it's just like, give me the OG.
Since that is a Return of the Jedi Luke.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
right.
Yeah.
I literally think the only reason I'm going to pick that figure up is to do a comparison to the SH Figure Arts release,
Which is also technically a Return of the Jedi Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 100. They haven't nailed it yet. They haven't nailed the costume yet.
I'm gonna have to go through some third party or something.
I saw someone ask, where was it? There's a lot of chat. Thanks everyone. We're at 252 right now. Don't forget to hit like.
I like
Nice.
that.
Yeah, Albert was asking, and I wanted to ask you this too, Robo. Are you doing Figure Arts Boba on the Throne?
I've paid for mine already. If they would just put
Yes.
it in the mail, please. Can you ship it?
Yep, I got my payment request from Ami this weekend, and I was like, oh yeah, it's time. I'm so ready for that.
Do you do DHL shipping?
I did.
Man, prices have went up on that.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, because of course, you know, when you pre-order something from Ami, they don't have like a shipping price for you until they're like, give us money, and then I'm like, ooh, like that hurt a little bit. That shipping hurt a little bit, but I feel like for what that set comes with, it's just an incredible value at this point in the game. Like, you get so many awesome accessories and blast effects and a throne.
Yeah. And maybe that's why the shipping's a little higher. It's a bigger box. I haven't gotten anything from Ami in a little bit.
Yeah, I have seen some inbox pictures, and it does look like a pretty significant box because they have him like posed sitting on the throne in the package. I think that's pretty sweet.
Now I will say Amazon Japan's DHL shipping, if it's DHL, I'm not sure, but it was half the cost for the shipping. And with the exchange rate right now, it's still a deal because of the exchange rate. But
right. Yeah, but that set's too good to pass up. I'm not even a huge like SH Figure Arts collector, but even I gotta recognize the value. Who knows when we're getting this costume in Black Series form? It seems like obviously Hasbro had no idea about Book of Boba Fett.
Like, what is up with that? They have done so many Boba Fett looks, except for the one that I really, really, really want. Which out of the newer sculpt ones, which is the Tatooine version with the red boots and the tights. And I'm glad they're doing like Cad Bane and the Tusken Chieftain and everything, but it's like we still don't really have Boba from the Book of Boba Fett.
They did it in 3 3/4, right? Last year sometime. Yeah.
Nathaniel, thank you so much for the channel support. Hey guys, glad I could catch another stream while it's live with Robo nonetheless. Robo, when are we going to see that updated Star Wars display video?
Uh-oh. That's a classic. That's a classic.
You know the display video from January 2020? It looks just like that with more figures just shoved in between and a lot more dust.
Yeah, it
needs to be redone completely.
People ask about because we usually do a collection tour video every year, or at least I did one for 2020, 2021, and then it just got so bad that they're not organized anymore because whenever I get a new figure, they're just shoved wherever there's a tiny bit of space. So I almost feel like it'd be a little embarrassing to be here's Forlom next to Cobb Vanth.
Right now I have Rise of Skywalker Rey. She's in Jabba's palace right now.
Okay.
Exactly. You can't shoot a video when it's not organized like that.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point when you first set it up, you're like, here's this movie, and here's this movie, and here's this group, and it gets blown completely out of the water as more stuff comes out.
Yep. 100%.
Also got Jeff W again coming through. Thank you so much, guys. A lot of channel support right off the bat. Got my Walmart pre-orders in this week. Boba Fett Tython, that must be the Jedi Ruins, and Cassian Andor Aldani Mission. Saw the 40th boba in store, but at $33, wait for sale. Yeah, it is nice to see that the helmet is not warped and pinched on the card back version, but it's like, I already have the figure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not like a hang up on the wall sort of guy unless it's like just random miscellaneous stuff. So
Yeah, a few months ago, before the prices were really setting in on me, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get all the Return of the Jedi card back figures and hang them on the wall. It's going to be a fun time. I can't wait. And then I've seen the Boba Fett a few times now, and I'm just like, $34, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And it is a nice card back. I do like the card back, but man, I feel like gone are the days of buying one to keep on card unless it's on sale, which by the amount of them that I've seen, I feel like chances are good. Chances are good.
And with it being Boba Fett, because when Star Wars came out, it was the prices were nice. Hey, I have the whole Star Wars set on the wall, sweet, and then I have the figures I need loose. Empire kind of, and now we're at Jedi, and I'm like, maybe I'll get one to have some representation on the wall.
Yeah. I think as of right now, it's just like picking up the ones that are going to be new figures. Like, if I could get Wicket, I'd love to have Wicket. Gamguard, I might not be able to resist because I just love the Gamorrean guard figure.
Psycho Emerald, thank you. What's up, OOTV, Robo, and chat? What's up, Psycho Emerald? Thanks for joining us today, and thanks for 284 people joining us with already over 100 likes. I like that. I like that. Drop a like. All right, get us in that algorithm.
Yeah.
All right,
we're in the algorithm.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah, gotta play the game.
Algorithm.
Yeah.
I think if we hit a part of, because someone was asking earlier in the chat, what's the record? I want to say we've hit 300 before for some reason. But I said I also got a little COVID brain going. Messes with your focus a little bit, so I'm like, did we hit 300? I don't know, but we need 12 more.
Yeah, I can't remember for sure.
Y'all go get 12 people.
Get your mom on here. Get your grandma.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Where's our
Talk
moms at? They're here every other week.
There's also some names I don't recognize, so I love that. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. It is awesome. But all right. So, Robo, last year, as far as, or actually, do you have Wave 34?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to order from Star Action Figures in the UK. Well, I didn't have to, but I saw them available.
Right.
And it seemed that the price was about equal if I'd waited for pre-orders to come in.
So, just in general, just to kind of get your thoughts about last year, because I'm sure, you're obviously aware of the, kind of negativity going on with the line currently, but I just wanted to hear your thoughts and opinions on last year in terms of like new figures and the amount of repaints that we got.
I think, I don't know, it's a roller coaster. And I think the roller coaster's always been there, but you add in rising prices, and then, it makes me a lot more picky and choosy, even though it's my main line. Although, I don't know if I can say it's my main line at this exact moment.
Ooh.
So, but only because it's so back and forth. And I feel like it could have been avoided a little bit by mixing and matching the highs and the lows slightly, because when they hit lows, it was like, here's a couple of repaints. Okay, see you next month. And it's like, whoa. Why didn't you put in at least one something new? But then when they went to the new stuff, it would be, oh, look at all these highs. There's so much good stuff. And you're like, yes, okay, I can live with that. And then next month, right back down. And I don't know if it's on purpose or budgeting or factory time or whatever, but it stresses me out watching some of the streams.
So do the repaints, because like I can't wait to take the deep dive here about all the stuff, because I'm not sure how familiar you are with our channel, but we're kind of known as like super positive, you know, grass is always greener on the other side of the fence type. Hey, 301. Thank you so much, guys.
Hey,
real quick.
Sweet.
Thank you. What
I hear a butt coming though.
what are the repaints that like bother you? Because I know some people are bothered by like clone trooper repaints. That wouldn't be me. Like we're more bothered by like the carbonized credit
Dude,
collection type stuff.
You know, I get it whenever it makes sense. I like the the carbonized Sith Trooper.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's beautiful. And I'll even go for a silver Stormtrooper, you know, just because it's
Yeah.
a oddball, it's out there. It
Yeah,
works in my brain canon. But when they carbonize up the clothes and stuff, it's. Oh,
like
wait.
the flight suit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Carbonize the helmet. Make something different on it, enough to justify a separate purchase, but make it where it's going to fit in with the rest of the collection, not just a shiny box and a shiny figure. Oh, like the other one I like is the Darth Vader with the blue
Yeah, that
and
was
the
good.
shiny. That reminds me of the original poster. You know, I can have it
Right.
standing up and behind, but I don't care for that. And what's the other ones I don't care? The ones I liked when they came out as kind of an extra was the the credit collection. And I like the little credits. It's like a little, you know, from the show. But as the prices went up, I think the prices are the big factor. That's stuff I would have bought a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
but now I'm picking and choosing, and those can't get picked or choosed.
I think that's fair because that's a reason why, like, for me, I think one of the most annoying parts about like modern Black Series collecting is that you're paying more than a newly engineered, newly sculpted figure with amazing articulation. That's cheaper than, you know, a cheap repaint because they're store exclusive, and you know they said in the Q&A that the retailers are in charge of their own pricing. So they're just like, yeah, let's do $27.99 for this figure that came out in 2013, but it's painted a different color. And if it's a clone, like clones are the huge, like exception. For me, I'll take any clone, any flavor. But when it's like the Scout Trooper that actually has less paint on it, like the one from Andor, but it's like $27.99. I'm like, why? It just doesn't make sense for that to be more expensive than a newly sculpted like Ahsoka from The Mandalorian. And also, Fig Fury sent us a super chat real quick. Sorry. Hello, my brothers and Robo. I was a big fan of the FWOOSH articulated icon design for a good while. Just wanted to thank Robo and his team for those sweet and rad ninjas. Also, what is Robo's favorite Black Series figure?
Oh Lord!
Uh-oh.
Great
Get
question.
put on the spot.
That is indeed a $30 question.
These are the kind of things that I should think of before being put on the
No.
spot, but I don't think about that guy. It's like, oh, because it changes day to day. You know, you're scanning the shelves and you're like, you know what? I kind of forgot about that figure. That's awesome. I like that. That may be my favorite. Right now, it's that Darth Maul from that last series.
Yeah.
It's a tie between him and Black Chrysanthemum.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
goodness gracious.
I'm kidding. I give it crap, but I really do like the figure. You know what? But I know why people don't like that figure. So it's just one of those things.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the one I've pulled down most is that Darth Maul.
That's
Yeah.
totally fair. That was on our top 10 of all time list, and people were, that's not top 10.
The Werewookie.
The Werewookies hanging out because I painted the
Oh, nice.
strap and
Ooh.
dulled them down. But that's, you know, I think I'm trying to picture my shelves. They're all the way in there. I can't remember which one I keep going back to. The SH Figure Arts Darth Maul is up there too.
Ooh.
So like ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. What's up,
What's up,
Brandon?
Icebox Comics?
So,
I want to say no. Because, I mean, the aftermarket value could go down as well. Doesn't matter how much you paid for it. I mean, there's plenty of figures that you can buy right now for $10, $15. So I'm not sure if that would increase the value of your collection.
That is something I don't
we also
even...
don't. Yeah. I was just about to say, like, we also don't.
I have no problem with it, but I don't think about stuff like that. If I wanted to make a custom, I'll go in there and pull down any figure, and I need this to make what I want, really want, what I really want.
I've almost thought about getting rid of my packaging, because the more I thought about it, I'm like, I'm not going to sell these figures. And I know people in my family would be like, you say that now, but you'll regret. But I'm like, no, I don't think so. Like, I genuinely, and especially that we have like a YouTube channel associated with it, it's almost like a part of like my life, like history. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to sell my Black Series collection, even if, the Black Series ended tomorrow. I'd be like, all right, that's my collection. So I've almost, like, what do you do with your boxes?
Oh, they go straight in the straight in the
Really?
Yeah. As soon as they're on camera, they're gone.
I literally have bins stacked up in my garage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, when I go to move, am I going to be like, I need to take like 10 of those bins. Oh, what's in there? Action figure boxes?
Leave them.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about all that.
As someone who has obviously moved, Justin, I keep my boxes too. I started putting them away, and then I was like, this is too much work. This is way too much work to put them back in the box, put the accessories back. So I just put them loose in a box. That's how they ended up getting transported. But was there ever a point in time where you did keep your packaging, Robo?
There was a point in time I was mint on card. I didn't.
Ooh.
Now we're talking 95, 96 to about 2002. And I started that way, and then I started opening here and there, and then getting into customizing. So I would have the carded collection, and then I'd have the loose and customs. I wouldn't buy everything loose, but mostly to make customs. And then 2002, everything got opened.
I was going to say, do you remember what was the straw that broke the camel's back on that?
And it's when I got out of Star Wars and got into Marvel Legends.
Okay.
That's the year Spider-Man Classics hit.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, you know what? I like Marvel too.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't collect both at the same time. So I sold all the Star Wars and then moved to Marvel Legends and then opened, and then I've been 6-inch since.
Nice. Rena, thank you so much for the Indonesian currency. I'm not sure what that is, but I know that's Indonesia. Hang in there, Justin. Love the positivity of your channels, both OOTB and the FWOOSH, and most of your previous guests. Robo, ideal HasLab. We're just coming in with the heavy-hitting questions.
Yeah, I know.
I love it. I love it so much. That's
because
always one of the go-tos.
We started the Marvel Legends Top 10 last night, and I went to do my list a minute ago before getting ready to come in here. And I was like, I don't know. Here's some of this. I'm sorry, Prod, if you're still watching. But are we talking Star Wars HasLab, or are we talking...
I'd assume so.
Yeah.
I'd assume
because we are like, well, on the streams we go whatever line we want to talk about, technically. But the channel is mainly Black Series.
Yeah.
Black Series.
Because I already have something for something else, but thinking of man, after the Rancor is just kind of like...
And I definitely want to ask you your opinion on Rancor, because we were notorious for being champions of the Rancor. That was like the most controversial period of time associated with the channel.
Did you get on ready to fight, ready to
we were,
duke it out?
Yeah, had to square it up just because we thought it was worth the money. People can't
because we don't care about tiers. I mean, tiers are cool, but it's like we really, especially for the Rancor, we were in like Frontiers were an afterthought for us.
Yeah, I was in just for the Rancor. Just for the Rancor alone. If that was it, I was fine with that.
But we also mainly collect Black Series, so it's like we don't dedicate a lot of our like collecting money to like, I gotta save that for this line that I also collect. Since it's mainly Black Series, even if something is like overpriced, more likely to pick it up.
Oh yeah. Because my brain goes to toy. I hate being a part. I hate splitting my brain to, you know, because when I'm on with Wade or somebody, they're like, it doesn't matter what the factory and those factors and everything, just wish list something. But I can't help, you know, kind of product managing too a little bit.
Right, like trying to think of something that could realistically happen. Because my heart wants an X-Wing to go. Well, I also want a classic TIE fighter, but I'm still thinking about taking a Dremel to the other one. But but an X-Wing at scale for 6-inch, oh man, that is such a room eater. Just where are you gonna put it? I don't even know where to put the TIE fighter.
There's another Black Series YouTube channel, Lukeness Monster, who did an interview with Eric, the lead designer of Black Series, and he disclosed in that live streamer video that they made the concept for an X-Wing and he has it in his office, but it's like too large even for a HasLab.
Yeah.
But just the fact that he has like the physical X-Wing in his office, there he is. Yes.
Right. Yeah, see. Or pick it up. I bet it's like a big battle axe type thing.
Like with all 4, you know, wings and everything.
Right.
I'm like, that thing
your only options at that point are to hang it from the ceiling, and then you better hope it never came crashing down, because you know there'd be no way to make those wings like super.
No.
Those things that snap.
How do you feel about an ATST?
That would not be good.
How do I feel?
Do we lag out or something?
Is that
How do you
me or
feel about I think it's Nate. How do you feel about an ATST, the Chicken Walker for a HasLab?
That's still pretty big though, but I'd take it. That's much more vertical. You could put it somewhere and have stuff to the sides. Or even
because that's the thing, like Sentinel, Galactus, those are just like some tall boys. Like I feel like that's similar to what like an ATST height. I'm not sure about the dimensions of an ATS. I'm sure someone in chat would know.
There's their Instagram account. I can't remember the name. He's 3D printing ATSTs, and they're huge. But the only ship I could see being even close to rational would be A-Wing.
Yeah,
you get beyond that and it gets kind of crazy.
Do you think it's like too niche though, like A-Wing? Like I just think X-Wing is infinitely more iconic.
Hey, remember the A-Wing from that final battle?
I mean, I love the A-Wing.
Yeah. Oh no! Yeah, I would totally take it.
They did a UCS Lego Ultimate Collector Series A-Wing.
But X-Wing's almost a character. That's the one even you know, casual fans remember.
Right.
Also, DA Mac, thank you so much for the $10 here. Hi guys, thanks for the great content. Justin, glad you are on the mend. I look forward to the live stream all week. Well, thank you so much.
Sweet.
Thank you for channel support, and thank you for the well wishes. You know I couldn't miss this.
Big Fury says Jedi Starfighter or Jedi.
Yes.
Interceptors.
Yeah, that's been a pretty popular pick. Yeah, the Jedi Interceptors.
I think Bandai was. Oh, sorry.
Could you just take one though? Like, wouldn't you want Anakin and Obi-Wan like Revenge of the Sith style?
And that's what it comes down to. I mean, even with X-Wings, if they did the different red numbers, and it came with each pilot, it'd be like,
God, you get the whole armada, the whole squad.
Yeah, the whole squadron. Yeah.
I mean, I need Porkins. They should just do HasLab X-Wing Porkins.
Just HasLab Porkins.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
it's Porkins' head on Luke's body.
Yeah, that's all they do. They still use the Luke body.
No, yeah. Gosh, that Dave Filoni figure is so short. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, I have him standing right next to the Jon Favreau Heavy Mando on my shelf. It's just not a good look with them together.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's Dave Filoni as a child.
I haven't opened that figure yet. It's sitting here in the box.
Nice.
Yeah, I in hindsight, I probably would have left it on card.
We got some Canadian super chats back to back. Master Razzie, $13.99 Canadian. Thank you so much. Skiff.
Ooh,
Oh,
Skiff.
Ooh.
Skiff.
Now it's a little horizontal, but it take up some room, but not as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the
but
AAT as well.
The problem is, though, with a Skiff, we don't have any. We have Luke to put on the Skiff.
Yeah. Boba Fett.
It's like we don't have.
We got Lando.
Lando.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But then when you start mixing in the other Skiff too, that has all the crazy aliens on it.
And then in about 10 years, Jabba's sail barge. Black
Yeah.
Series,
Oh,
Black-
Jesus.
It's literally.
$2,600.
It's the size of your living room.
The I like the AAT as well, Master. I know you made it. You literally made one, so I know
Yeah.
how it would look, and it would look fantastic. I also think we need more like separatist, CIS stuff. So I'd be down. I'd be down for that. We also have some more Canadian. Give me all that Canadian money. Riley Cross. N1 Starfighter for the HasLab might be similar in size to the Razor Crest. Yeah, because like a lot of people were saying that because of the one that Din Djarin gets in the Book of Boba Fett, that's chromed out one. But man, I know you've said this. I feel like we would just want the Phantom Menace like yellow.
I feel like it would be I would want it to come with like panels or something where you could like switch out whether it's the Mando version or whether it's the Phantom Menace version.
Yeah, but he's got some extra engine or something, doesn't he, too?
Right, yeah, he definitely does.
But it
He's
looks
got
like
that NOS.
in the trailer, it looks like that glass dome swaps out for a droid port. So I guess they could do just a color swap. Or HasLab, the silver version. No, which one would you HasLab?
I feel like the Mando one would sell better, but
Current product.
as prequel fans, it's like I just want the classic iconic yellow version.
And if they had the mold, of course, they don't really. That would be like taking the Sentinel and releasing it now in a different color to the public. It's still going to piss some people off for the HasLab.
Yeah.
That, hey, we paid this.
Yeah.
So I feel like they want to keep it unique.
Yeah, and that's kind of unfortunate though, because it would be kind of cool to get some different Sentinels out there for those X-Men fans.
Get some blues out there. Okay, how about mini rigs? Would you buy mini rigs? Maybe not HasLab, but as a ship option for Black Series.
Oh yeah, I love the ship line. It's a crime, and I contributed to this problem as well. But I waited for so many to go on clearance before I swooped them up. But I love the vehicles that we have so far. I'd love to get more too. Like I feel like
based on the vintage mini rigs. The little half skiff and the white robot thing with the arms with the dome on top.
I would pretty much take anything depending on price. Like if it's like a little diorama piece. Then again, I didn't pick up those centerpieces. But that was also like when I was like, I mean, not to say I'm an old man, but that's back when I was like working at a movie theater, like in high school, trying to collect, making minimum wage. I'm like, I can't afford this centerpiece. It's like, so maybe if they redid those, it's like, would I pick those up if they made centerpieces again? Because Nate, I know you have. I mean, that ATST foot is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like those, but again, I didn't buy those until they were on clearance. Like I thought $50 for them at the time was a little crazy, as I was also working at that very same movie theater.
True.
And when you'd run into a new wave of figures, you'd be like, well, there goes my whole paycheck. So soup it is for the rest of the week.
Yeah. That was kind of crazy that we were collecting, like literally making that much, like in high school. I don't know, like in retrospect, I'm like, how did I ever even make that work with Black Series? Even when they were just, you know, $19.99. Commander Cook, thank you for the 2 barfing emojis.
Is that about the mini rigs?
I don't know.
It might be.
Or centerpiece, the mention of centerpieces. One of the very odd Black Series experiments.
Somebody put Bantha. Out.
How are they gonna do the fur though? That's my worry.
Would you rather it be like soft goods or sculpted plastic?
Oh man,
Because this one's tough. This is a tough question.
That's a lot of sculpted fur. I mean, it's all fur except for some horns and some lips.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess I'd go. I don't know. I have to see it. I've seen a lot of customs with, but that's custom. That's
right.
Tender loving care.
They'd have to include a little hairbrush with it.
Yeah.
Brush your
Spray it.
bantha.
Yeah. And then it looks too clean. You're like, no.
Right. Yeah, I feel like based on like the 3 3/4 inch ones that we've gotten back in the day with real fur, I feel like I'd rather have it sculpted.
You think?
At this point.
But at that point, it's just going to be like a lump.
Oh yeah, it'll just be a giant traffic cone. It'll be a rock.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They could rotocast it if they didn't put any leg articulation under there, because there wouldn't be any reason to. But that would be a point of there's no way. Is this an action figure?
Oh yeah. Yep. And then the community would be outraged. No leg articulation.
What? I need knees and thigh swivels and ankles.
I need ankle pivot on my bantha.
I would.
Yeah, pinless.
If making things like that more affordable, I would be down for more creatures like that are almost like Black Series statues. I know that's like hearsay, sacrilege,
Well, right. Well,
no articulation, but it's like I'd take some world building and some creatures that had no articulation.
Right.
Or very mild articulation.
Banthas, what do they ride in Mando? The little
blurg?
single mount. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
funny legs and stuff.
The blurg would be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that could be an easy one. That could be an easy one.
Like a Bantha.
Yeah. Let's see. Anakin, thank you for the $5 super chat. They say not Black Series, but Black Series adjacent. Are you planning on getting the new SHF Boba Fett? And do you think they will ever release Moff Gideon? Thank you, Anakin. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. We both are getting it, the new Boba Fett. What do you think, Robo? Any chance Moff Gideon actually makes it out?
Or does he go to the purgatory of shown SH figure arts at shows that never? Maybe if he shows up in the next season somehow or somewhere, that they'll think, oh well, we already have this sculpted. It's an easy out, but at the same time, they've had a lot of easy outs, anniversaries for all those super battle droids and those that. Well, I don't know if I need that job up, but Amidala, a bunch of the prequel stuff is just sitting in a drawer somewhere.
Some intern's drawer. Yeah.
Because who do they showed Gideon with Luke, and Luke's released.
Yep. So it's been a minute.
Yeah, I think that was 21, huh? That they showed those two, and then Boba Fett was the only thing last year.
Yeah, that sounds
about that.
That sounds close enough, which is all that matters. Which is all that matters. It's hard to remember everything all the time.
And I was really surprised to see that SH figure arts. Usually Black Series releases a version first, and then Bandai or Moff X comes along.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how. Well, just with the new Boba Fett, it's just weird because we have a vintage collection version and we have an SH Figure Arts version now, and Black Series, they're just like...
It almost seems like, oh, well, you know what? Oh, well, no, I can't speak for, but it seems like we got to give you the repainted version first, and then the tie-on version with the beat-up things, and then this version, then we'll give you the good-looking version.
Right, the final destination, the one we all wanted.
Not that those are bad.
No.
But as soon as I saw the Book of Boba Fett version, it's like, oh, that's it.
Yeah,
he nailed it.
The red boots, the tighter pants. I'm all about it. I'm all about that costume for Boba Fett.
Kind of Django-ish, but in his colors.
Yeah, I really like that design. I think once Hasbro does do it, though, it'll be a great figure. Like, there's no doubt about it. It's you know, I really wonder, and I feel like because we've only ever really gotten that costume of Boba Fett with the throne, like even on like Christmas ornaments and stuff. So like the association with the throne, I feel like they got to do the throne too. But I'm terrified to know how much a Hasbro Boba Fett figure with a throne would cost in today's economy.
Yeah,
that's what scares me about it.
I can't even. What was the last thing we had that was kind of deluxe-y, extra?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Which I'm definitely going to ask you about that. But Nathaniel has a kind of an interesting question, and it's something I briefly wanted to talk about. Someone else mentioned the $35 Spider-Man, but Nathaniel's asking Robo, as someone who collects both, which Nate kind of. You used to collect Marvel Legends, but what is something
I like
the Black
Spider-Man.
Yeah. What is something the Black Series team could learn from Marvel Legends and vice versa? That's an interesting one. Because they're...
Communication.
Licenses.
You build these walls. Yeah, well, I mean, for years, it's kind of been like, what are those guys? We don't know what those guys are doing down the hall. And I'm not trying to speak any truth or anything, because I don't know the exact situation, but it seems like they also work out of different factories. So, because back when the photo rail thing came along with Marvel Legends, Star Wars didn't do that until like a year and a half later.
Right.
And it was always kind of, well, you have all these live action characters over here in this line specifically for live action. But at the moment, that partition is so high between those two, I think, in my mind, that them learning something from Marvel Legends would be almost skewing away from what Black Series is.
Right.
Because Marvel Legends is kind of, well, the prices are going up on both, but there's still updating bodies. You know, they're still reusing bodies, but they're also bringing in toe joints and extra joints and everything else. Whereas Black Series seems like it's locked in to this articulation scheme, to this size, this paint work.
Yeah, I almost feel
release
like
schedule.
Yeah, true.
Star Wars could learn from Marvel Legends release schedule.
I almost feel like it's hard to compare because
Yeah.
Superheroes are so dynamic. Like Spider-Man's doing flips and thwipping, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And Star Wars isn't as friendly to reuse. So I feel like their budget doesn't get stretched near as far. Because with the Marvel Legends, with a wave of that, they can go, we can do this new sculpt, add new heads to here, and then reuse this body and this body from the last wave and this body. Whereas with Star Wars, the only way they can do that is carbonized and credit collection because it's so unique to each character. Right.
They can't like repaint like Fennec Shan to be a different character like they could Spider-Man. Oh, this is a different like comic line or
Luthen has to be a new sculpt and yeah.
Did you think it was kind of surprising that the Indiana Jones line is using Black Series pieces?
It took me a minute to realize because I'm so used to them not being able to do that kind of stuff. But with it being the same team, the same licensor, the same. Well, is it the same? Well, Lucas is in there, Lucasfilm.
Right.
It almost feels like these are going to be made at the same factory, so maybe they're able to do that without any kind of contract.
Right.
I don't know how it works behind the scenes.
Yeah.
All we know is what is in front of us over the past 10 years, and it's always seemed that way.
Yeah. It was just really shocking to see. I'm like, oh, General Veer's legs?
Yeah.
Really?
Thrawn's legs.
Or yeah, Thrawn's legs.
Yeah.
That's right. It's Thrawn's
Because it took me,
legs.
because I went to Veer's and I was like, okay, it's not the same, but it's so similar.
Right.
And then it wasn't until I was scanning the shelves, me and Veebs were like, I know we've seen this. Thrawn. Ooh. But it works.
I'm curious to see if there'll be any Indiana Jones pieces used for Black Series figures. Maybe some of those Harrison Ford heads. Get us some Han Solos.
With well, they've gotten a little better. I think he's just one of those faces that is hard to capture in plastic. Him and Hamill.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's so burned in up here.
I feel like they've got Han right a few times. Like Bespin
Closer.
Han, I feel like was almost there. Like almost 100%. At least for like, Black Series price, quality, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Endor Han.
But I feel like
Endor Han.
I feel like Endor Han's a step backwards.
It
Like,
is.
I feel like Bespin looks better.
Oh, Bespin's definitely better.
Yeah. And Endor was kind of pinkish, huh? Kind of sunburned.
Yeah, he does have like a pink hue on just the face though, not the
Yeah.
neck, not the hands.
Which we kind of talked about last week, how there was actually some information about the shiny faces, and apparently, I mean, this is so dumb, but they said that the vendor, like the factory, misses their note to apply the matte finish to the photoreal face, but it's like it happens on every single photoreal face.
For years.
So it's like, yeah, are they just forgetting every note? But they say that they put to apply the matte finish in the instruction packet of like the vendor that creates the figure, the factory.
Yeah.
Which is weird and Fly Guy was on the stream and he held up one figure one of the earlier ones that had the matte finish and then one of the shiny ones. And I was like, yes, someone is finally like having an example right then and there. So they pretty much had to answer. So that was just odd because to me it just seems like more of a budget thing. Like, oh,
That's an extra hit.
yeah,
Yeah. They got to pay the employee with the Mr. Super Clear.
yeah.
And I'm terrible about that because I just have the can. So when I'm reviewing or looking at them, it's like, oh, well, it's shiny. I'll spray it down. I know not everybody wants to do that. Or, well,
Right.
I need to consider that not everybody wants to do that.
Yeah.
No.
It's tough though because it's such a simple thing and it makes such a big difference on the figures that it's I almost want to just be like, everyone, just do it. Just do it. You'll love it. You'll love the results. Now, obviously, if you plan on selling your figures down the road, that's a different story, but for us here, I'm collecting my figures for fun. That's why I open them. That's why I play with them. That's why I customize the ones that I want to customize. It's fun. It's fun. But I think James has an interesting question here. Do you guys think the AliExpress bootlegs are being made in the same factories? Maybe some shady overnight operations? Maybe.
But they're different plastic though. Like they're great, for being knockoffs, customs, whatever, and being cheaper. But they are different.
And sometimes the articulation's different. And
yeah.
I don't know how that works when there's a steel mold. They can't alter it. Or,
Yeah.
It's crazy. I have no idea how a factory works on the internal level.
Have you seen the new Waxer and Boyle ones yet, Robo? Yeah, there's some new AliExpress clones, and they actually have like the Waxer and Boyle printed like decals on their helmets, like specific to the characters. Yeah, it's kind of insane.
It's kind of like all these knockoff Legos at shows and stuff that or block figures, I guess. But that some of them have unique sculpts. Some of them they don't have the actual Lego logo on them. How is somebody just in a factory in the back room? Because I guess I can
back
understand the
rooms.
plastic thing. It's you take some scrap or something, bring it out at night.
Right.
But you got to think they have cameras or well, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
This is the problem. It's all speculation. Everything about factories is just endless speculation, no matter what.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to get your thoughts on, because we're kind of just ticking like the controversial talking points.
Write that one down.
About deluxe, which a new-ish thing where it's the Galaxy packaging made wider, and they put the figure in there so it kind of looks like you're getting more. But obviously, the controversy is like Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, same figure. Well, not the same figure, but removable helmet, blasters, jetpack, etc.
Right.
Put it in a wider box so it looks like deluxe and you're getting more. But I know, like, in your Cobb Vanth review, I commented on it, and you agreed about, like, what other avenue is giving us a Cobb Vanth?
Yeah.
For what it is, it's still a pretty awesome Cobb Vanth figure. So I was just wondering your thoughts, just the deluxe issue as a whole.
No, I don't really mind the deluxe when it's like Wrecker or even Jar Jar. It's something that they can reuse, but they haven't, which is weird,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess Jar Jar hung around for a little bit.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, where's Roos Tarples, all right?
Yeah, I bought several, but I don't know what it is about the Boba Fett thing. I don't like it, like, especially like something for Tython where it's just a repaint.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they say extra paint hits and everything, and I can kind of see that, but again, I don't know. It was like earlier we were talking about the exclusives for $27.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that because, well, devil's advocate at the factory. Those exclusives, they're produced in way lesser numbers than the full waves that go out to everybody everywhere. So that's actually costs more to produce. So that may be charged on top of that store being, oh, okay, we can charge this too because you can only come here. But for deluxe, I don't know. It's at the point where I'm going to pass if it doesn't feel worth it, because you open it up and there's still the space.
Yeah.
Around
About
the
the
figure.
Boba Fetts, they actually offered two different answers to this question. One, they genuinely finally, which I have a little bit more respect when they're just like, money. Like, we do it for money, baby. Like, just tell me,
Boba
like,
Fett,
just
right?
just say it up front. I will have more respect if you just say it's because Boba Fett's and one of them genuinely did say, like, Boba Fett is a really popular character, so yada yada. And I was like, okay, we knew that. But they provided one other answer to this question that has to do with the cost of assembly and the amount of pieces, like tooled pieces, that go into these Boba Fett figures. So it doesn't matter if a sculpt is old, they're still producing it again and again. Like, and there's just so many, pieces and sculpted bits and just different tooled parts. So it drives up the cost of paying someone to assemble those pieces.
Man hours.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, fair, but why are we spreading it out then? Like, so why are we still doing what I would genuinely think is, like, kind of deceptive marketing? Like, I get that the actual sculpt, there's the overlay and all the other Boba Fett bits that go into that figure, but it's like, why do we feel the need to spread it out? Like, I just don't like how it's like Saw Gerrera, which is a great figure, but he's in, like, an empty box. To me, when I see that, I'm like, great figure. One of the best of 2022. But I just really don't like the box thing. I'm like, just charge more, say, hey, there's sculpted bits, we're not going to be able to reuse this. We have to charge more.
And there is a lot of, and there's extra stuff hanging off the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what and your first thought is you can't use this for anything else. Nothing.
Unless it's
Right.
another Saw, I guess.
But that's Star Wars in general. That's
Right.
most of the figures. Maybe they looked at this. They can look at. Well, I don't know. And then the price is still up on Boba Fett. As soon as you get this, they look at it and go, "We can do this, 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 and this." Then with Saw, it's like we can do this. Psh, that's it.
Yep.
So it's not so
Maybe
much the price thing; it's the box thing, huh? Is that what you're?
I mean, it's a bit of both. I just don't like the practice of spreading out. Like, even the Dark Trooper, that could fit in a regular box.
But then
So,
we were just talking about the Return of the Jedi carded Boba Fett is the same figure and stuff,
true.
but the bubble's bigger. If I remember right, it's like hanging this
is.
far off the card.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair, because they stuff the accessories behind him. Because everyone thought, like, does that not come with all the accessories? But they were pretty much all just behind him.
Right.
But Mace Windu, Justin, what is an actual deluxe release that isn't Nail and Shield? Well, you see, I'm sounding a little hypocritical because I buy them all, and I justify buying them all because I'm like, it's almost like something I don't like that I'm doing it, but it's like Throne Room Boba Fett, for example. Here, I'll play with mine too. We can keep grabbing figures. This is like a fantastic figure, and you guys have heard me say time and time again that I like it more than the SH Figure Arts. It's a bit more accurate with the drapes and the helmet, as opposed to a solid skirt. And I'm like, for $31.49, I had no problem. And I think people get the idea that it's like nothing but deluxe. But there was like 6 last year. 6 spread out between the course of a year. Doesn't bother me too much. And if it's to get characters like Cobb here, who should have came with these little blast effects, it's like, show me another Cobb Vanth for $30. Like, even if it's an overpriced Black Series figure, you're still just as a 6-inch action figure. Like, take away the Black Series logo and tell me this is a $30 figure. I'm like, okay.
But because 2 years ago that would have been $22. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been. Oh, here we go. Right, you boys. 'Cause I've been doing this since '95. You know.
Hey, I was born in 95.
Oh Jesus! Thank you for that. But
Nice, Justin. Nice.
but
It was just too perfect. I mean, what are the odds?
as an adult, I've been doing this since '95. Right. Okay. And so there's been price changes since then, obviously, but I can see the last couple of years has been big jumps. And
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at cost of production, everything else, economy, this and that. It still hurts. It's still so. I mean, there's easy targets. It's like, oh, why is that so high? But I really, really want it. So
Right.
I mean, if it's something unique for the shelf, it's still, but I don't mind actually grabbing it. It's when it's something I don't need that is kind of like, why is that? Why is that? And I hate veering off Star Wars again, but Marvel Legends just showed that Gamerverse Spider-Man for $35, and it's like, oh,
That one
why?
is tough.
Why? But I don't want it, so it's
Yeah.
easy for me to go, why?
Because I do collect Marvel Legends, but only Spider-Man related stuff because there's just way too much otherwise. And yeah, that figure, I'm just like so conflicted because I really want it because I sold the original less accurate version a while back because it was on that Spider-Man UK body, and I was like, this doesn't really look like the character at all. So I sold that figure, but now I've regretted it for years, and now they've shown off a new one, and I'm like, oh yes, finally an opportunity to get this suit back in my collection. And then it's $35, and it doesn't even come with both sets of hands. I like the web effects, but you're telling me we couldn't get the other wall crawling hand and the other thwip hand in there too? Just throw it in there,
Yeah.
especially because it's on the Renew Your Vows body, which they've already used 3 times now, I think. Because Renew Your Vows, that new black suit Spider-Man that's coming out, and then the Gamerverse. So this will be already the third reuse of the Renew Your Vows body. And I just don't. I'm having a tough time seeing what is worth $35 in that. And it sucks though, because I really do want that suit. I want it for the shelf, but I just. Yeah. I'm like, is this my breaking point for a standard figure? Is $35 the breaking point?
Is there any explanation as to why it's $35?
It's Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's Spider, pretty much.
So now there's the Spidey tax. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, because like Iron Spider was more expensive. It was $35.
But that's like,
But you got like little bits of extra plastic. So I was like, okay, like I could justify this. It's got like the extra tendril things, but
yeah. I wanted to address some chat. I've been trying my best to at least read everything. Aram 512, we've gone from 5 to 30 in 30 years.
Zooboy, Daredevil. Forgot about that Daredevil. That's on Renew Your Vows.
I need to open that. That looks awesome.
I mean, the answer is, like, I hate to break it to you, but this is better than a Power of the Force action figure, like, generally speaking, or Kenner or whatever. Like, the engineering has improved. Articulation and sculpted details and everything, paint. Like, the figures are improved. It's also a bigger scale. So the figures are also better now compared to what has come before, generally speaking.
Because how much is Vintage Collection right now?
I think standard is 16 and exclusive is 18. Which
the better comparison would be 5 to that price scale wise.
Yeah. If you're keeping with 3 3/4 inch, which I had my little romance back here with TVC for like a year, but now I got priced out of that because it hurts to pay $16 for a 3 3/4 inch figure. Actually, I think the Return of the Jedi re-release stuff is actually 17, which is
I think that's always been my thing though, because once I went 6-inch, it's like I can't go back. It's too small. There's too much little things. Plus, I mean, it's always been, for this much more, I can get twice the figure. So,
and Jayhawk, I would agree with you if this thing was actually painted, though. You can't call this deluxe because of paint and then miss all of this sculpted detail. It's kind of hard to see because it's my tiny little webcam, but there's like rings, there's canisters.
Right.
That if you were to look at, an actual... That's not going to focus. There it goes. Like, all those canisters are unpainted. There's so much sculpted detail, like that ring and buckles and belts and buttons that are not painted.
Well,
so I feel like if you're going to call it deluxe because of paint, you got to paint the whole thing. Even the this gauntlet here, the throne room... Okay, here's Cobb, but look at Boba Fett.
Right.
Literally got more paint on that.
Right. It's like we always say, when they're using the excuse that the reason the figure is more expensive is paint. It's like,
and is that worth $7?
But it's like paint the whole thing, paint it.
Yeah.
Don't skimp out on the little details.
But I still bought it and I still love it.
Well, yeah,
but it's just
of course.
Paint the figure.
And I hate saying but he's got a lot of scuffs. I think they count like all the scuffs as little separate hits. And
because Jayhawk, you were talking about Ned B earlier too. Like, look at the amount of paint on Ned B. I get the scuffs. I get the scuffs and stuff, but
I mean, there's stuff missing on here too.
I saw it. But it's like we used to get washes. We used to get shading, like a scuff here and there. I'm like
dry brushing.
Yeah, dry brushing, shading, wash, especially the wash. I think that's something I'm like in desperate need of. Like, kind of like how we were saying on our top 10, like the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett would be like my favorite Black Series figure if the flight suit had some sort of wash.
Yeah, even that.
It'd be perfect.
Because that was the original figure that they were like, it has these extra paint hits and stuff. and then you get it, and it's just plain gray or tan.
It was Boba Fett fresh from the dry cleaners.
It's young Boba.
Yeah, he's like, I just got my undersuit nice and dry cleaned for me.
or got a new one.
Yeah, he just bought a new one. That's the reasoning. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like no matter what, as long as it's like there's no other option for less, and I love the character, I'm gonna pick it up for the most part.
Plus, at this point, because of the process, and because, well, I collect several different lines, it's also helped me to focus more. So when I look at a figure for that much, I can look at it and go, well, okay, I really want that character, and the price isn't great, but I've skipped this wave, or skipped this, and this,
Right.
to spend money on what I really, really want. So I guess that's how I kind of justified in my head. Plus, I want the character.
Right.
Or I wouldn't be doing this, you know?
Right, exactly. Sometimes, you know, it's like your love of the character is your personal justification alone.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
That's all it takes. That's all
100%.
it takes.
As I pay the 150, how much was the Boba Fett?
Yeah,
the
I think it was like 130 for me, 130-ish, something like that.
And then shipping?
I think that was with shipping.
Or all together?
It was 1,700 yen, I think.
Oh, I think mine was 140.
Or 17,000 yen.
Something like that. I don't know the conversion rate anymore.
Yeah, no. When I'm buying figures from Japan, I'm just click, click, click. I don't know how much it cost.
Yeah, which is almost.
I'll cross that bridge later.
Yeah. When my PayPal bill comes around, it's like, oh, okay. Whatever.
I'm like, interesting. That's a very interesting price.
And because when I look at it too, it's like, well, the terrible thing about that, when you pre-order it, you don't know how much it's actually going to cost.
Yeah.
Even because we talked about they don't put the shipping on at first, but even the yen may jump up by the time that comes out, and you pay $210 instead of $130, whatever.
For real.
So yeah, I try to keep it under control.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Yes, Quinn, dude. That's like our shtick here on the channel. I know you said you just discovered us, but we are huge Max Rebo fans. Max Rebo is our channel mascot, as all Star Wars channels do. We gotta pick our cute little quirky creature. That's our boy. I actually, not to do a little recent pickup, my girlfriend gave me my Valentine's Day present early because I was miserable with COVID. It's my little officially licensed, back in the Power of the Force era, Star Wars Buddies. What would this be? 97.
Yep.
My
So
little
good.
Max Rebo.
Was he your little COVID cuddle buddy, Justin? Be honest with us. You were snuggling Max on the bed.
I will take any Max Rebo merchandise.
Now, have you customized one yet?
I have not.
Is that on the plans? If 3D printer?
See, I'm down for the count with 3D printing. It messed up about a month ago, and I've been trying to get it back to where it was, and I literally just can't.
Yeah. Catastrophic events. That would be great though.
There's no music playing. Why is everyone?
You had music playing.
It's been off.
Oh.
What?
I don't know because I hear the music, but it's quiet in my headphones, so it's quiet to me.
Right now, I can share my screen and show you there is no music playing at this moment. There was earlier in the stream.
I think it was still playing. It was definitely still playing because I could hear it just recently. It doesn't matter. The music is off now.
I'm gonna 350 views. Can we get to 400 today? Yes. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's go.
Blaring.
400.
What are you talking about?
I never heard music. I don't.
Yeah, I really don't.
StreamYard tweaking, bro. It's tweaking.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that Max Rebo plushie is awesome. I would love to have it.
It is. It has beads in it. It's kind of like a Beanie Baby.
Oh yeah,
Like it has the
it's perfect.
little beads.
Yeah, I
in
had
there.
the. Well, I had a few. I don't remember Max though. I had the ones that still hang around shows is the Cantina Band member and the Jawa.
Yeah, Jawa, Chewbacca, Wicket, the
Chewbacca.
Ewok, Jabba the
Wicket.
Hutt, C-3PO, R2, and Salacious Crumb.
Damn, that's a whole line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was, man,
We're getting into it.
97.
I
There were aisles full of Star Wars stuff. It was the promised land.
like I was not to make you feel old. I was born in 93, so a little bit earlier, but like I have vague like flash memories of like KB Toys when like episode 1 came out and just the aisles. I miss them.
I think it was episode 1 was the Toys R Us parking lot, and we showed up a little late, and the line was from the door all the way to the road and out down the sidewalk. So we just sat in the truck and waited, and still got in there, and it was just red cards.
At that time, since you were already a collector, were you kind of like, were you feeling a little slighted with all of these people just like jumping on? Like, was it hard? Was it hard to get a lot of like episode 1 stuff, like whatever you
No.
wanted?
No. No.
Well, I mean, I know in the long run.
Yeah.
Run, for
But
sure.
even then, everybody was after the Darth Mauls and everything, and
Yeah.
even with people grabbing multiples, it was never really, because that night and this was midnight. It was like a big to do,
Mm-hmm.
and we just went from there to Walmart, and Walmart had a full aisle of red cards.
Wow.
So, but I didn't start. It was Power of the Force 2 was where I got back in. So, and those were kind of hard to hunt down, track down, here and there. Especially if you were doing the 00s and the 01s and the
Oh no.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go that far, but I just wanted the cards. And then it seemed like after that it became more of a hunt, because I think that was the whoosh up here, and then
Yeah.
next movie was Midnight, and it was okay, and then they tried it. I guess it wasn't bad for Force Awakens, but
Yeah.
nothing was like Episode 1.
Yeah, the hype for Force Awakens, I feel like, is the closest we'll get as adults to
Right.
experiencing.
To me, that was like peak, like cultural phenomenon of our, because and I'm so grateful for this. I tell this story every once in a while on the stream, but we mentioned earlier that we worked at a movie theater, and we were there for the Force Awakens opening night. I just remember having like 10 garbage bags full to the brim in each hand, and we had like the dumpster was full, so we made this tunnel outside of the building with garbage bags. It was so busy.
I had to do the very first, like, I just like had to check out the video and audio for the very first show of Force Awakens. And like as soon as the music hit, like tears were welling up in my eyes.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, sounds good, looks good, and just ran out because I didn't even want to read the title crawl. But at the time, like normally they would send us a movie and you could watch it early. But at the time, Disney was like, nope, this first show is your test show. So if there's something wrong or like the movie's corrupt on the hard drive, like,
That's too bad.
yeah, thankfully
Every
everything was fine. But
I had to park at B-Dubs.
right.
There was nowhere to park, and it was a massive parking lot. I had to park at B-Dubs and walk all the way over. And I remember the midnight show sold out, or they added like a 1 a.m. show because everything was selling out. And they're like, we're going to add a 1 a.m. show. Are you okay with that? I'm like... So I remember I got home at like 4:30 a.m. and it was misery. But now looking back, I'm like, I'm glad that's like a piece of Star Wars history.
Right.
I'm glad I was a part of that.
Right. Like I have posters for the sequel trilogy movies, and even though they aren't my favorite, it's like I'll never get rid of them because that just marks my time. As I was a movie theater employee and I worked through all of these Star Wars movies. Like it's weird to say, but like how many people can really say that? Like actually working at a movie theater
Because you
while
think
Star
of
Wars
that
is out.
footage from like 77
Yeah.
of that movie theater, and I always think like, I wonder what those employees are thinking, just because we worked at a theater. So now, 40 years from now, there's gonna be footage in some sort of archive documentary.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, that's me. That's me.
There I am.
Fig Fury, thank you so much for the channel support, my friend. At Robo, what do you think of 3-0 Transformer MDXL line? I heard you mention it in your latest weekly. Made it my main Transformers line.
I'm so afraid that 3-0 is not going to... They're not going to go deep. They're just going to do the main characters, move on to something else. But they're pretty awesome. I mean, you can't hate 80s flavor modernized, you know? And that's what it is. And they fit so well with the rest of my stuff. I can throw them in with the Hasbro. They look way better, but they fit in my head. So I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's what's most important. That is what's most important.
Thank you, Fig.
So, and this is a question here from Not Obi-Wan, and this is for you, Robo. What would your most wanted Black Series figure not yet released or revealed? Who is your, because every, you know, Star Wars-esque content creator, like everyone's got to latch on to some character. Who do you feel like is your character that you just absolutely have?
You're the champion of.
You just love them for whatever reason.
I don't know if I have a Star Wars character like that. That comes up on a wish list every time. It's one of those
Super Battle Droid, right?
But I have a custom. I have a 3D print of a Super Battle
We
Droid.
need an official release.
I know. Oh, no. That doesn't keep me from wanting
Because I
it,
do too.
but-
I actually have a 3D printed Super Battle Droid. But it's like, it's 3D printed. It's not, I can't articulate it all that well.
Yeah.
It looks amazing, Luke. I love it. But I need an official release so I can buy, like, you know, 2, 3. Are you an army builder of anything?
I do troopers here and there. I try not to
Yeah.
get multiples of the same, but I'll do the troopers, different ranks. Okay, maybe I'll buy 2 here and there.
Because we have
And-
we
you know.
get 2 of every trooper, no matter what.
Yeah.
And
I can't help it.
They've pop-lined Kiadi Mundi, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
That he was high on the list, but I want him with his Outlander hat to
Outlander
fight
hat.
Aura-Singh.
I
Yeah.
don't think I know about the hat.
Yeah, and that's a comic book from around the time of the prequels, whereas was him. He went to Tatooine to try to track down this Tusken Jedi, and Aura-Singh's on the hunt.
We got Cowboy Kiadi Mundi.
It's kind of a hubcap.
Wow. Yeah, Justin, you should pull that up because it's something. Of course, there's a 3 3/4 inch
did you
figure.
pull up
Oh,
Outlander?
look at the, yeah, of course
Yeah.
there's a,
Of course, there's a 3 3/4 inch figure of it.
Yeah, I
mean,
think the
why
final
not?
battle there is like the Hutts. Jabba's in a. Yeah, there you go.
what the heck? What the
Okay, not
heck
those
is
other
that?
hats. Just
It's definitely the red and the blue hat.
Dang, look at that.
But yeah, all the prequel Jedis need to be made.
And the purple lightsaber.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I'm glad we got Ayla Secura. I hope
That-
that's just
maybe
a strong
that-
sign.
That'll be a reused figure for the Lucasfilm publishing line.
Yeah.
See?
All they'll have to do is a new hat,
Mhm.
and we'll all buy it.
Caleb, yeah, Tusken Jedi was Sharad Het, and then his son Asherod became. I think he became Sith Lord later.
I've definitely seen the Tusken Jedi. That would be an awesome random figure for Hasbro to do.
Yeah, just out of the blue.
Just like, oh yeah, here's this.
I mean, if they just, I mean, they literally painted Vader white. I'm like, from a comic, I'm sure they could do something like that.
Does the
Like, that's
figure?
not even out of the realm of possibility at this point.
I think in the comic he still had the red saber, right? But
From everything I saw, it sounded like he doesn't ignite his lightsaber in the
Oh, yeah?
panels, so it's like questionable whether he has the red saber or not.
does
I-
what's that one
the-
come with?
The figure comes with a red saber.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah,
the old the 3 3/4 came with a blue, right?
I don't know. I don't.
I just feel like it'd look better with a blue saber.
It would. Like, I definitely think they should have just, no matter what, just given him a blue saber, because it's supposed to be good guy Darth Vader. So why not give him a blue saber?
Yeah. Redeem, change the Kyber.
Yeah, Robo, you need to get this figure though. Like,
I'm
the
gonna end up with it because
the silver on the eyes. It's a nice touch. It's a nice touch.
plus there's a little nostalgia, a little emotional attachment. Back when I stopped buying Star Wars and was buying more Marvel stuff, I may have even been into DC, because I don't know when that comic pack, that 2-pack for the 3 3/4 inch came out with the white Vader
Right.
against, I can't remember the other figure, but my sister-in-law gave me that for Christmas, and it's around here somewhere, and it's one of the only 3 3/4 inch figures I have still in the package.
Oh, nice.
So I want that kind of a bookend to that.
Yeah. No, that's a great pickup. Be a good association with that memory too.
That's right. Plus that Vader's awesome as a figure.
You like, if they literally did any color of Vader on the Empire Strikes Back body, I'm just like, all right, I'm there. I already bought it. Pre-order. Thank you. I'll take another. Pink. Let's go. You know, give us the Valentine's Day holiday special figures. give us a pink trooper, a pink Vader.
Yeah, how do you feel about the holiday edition figures?
Pulls them all out.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
This is cool.
Yep.
This is cool. The gingerbread.
Oh, I like
Yes.
that one too.
I like them. Now the first go around, I got all of them because they're silly, they're fun,
Right.
you know. But again, I hate to keep harping, but prices, I only get the ones I really want, and these are only in the
Nice.
package because I haven't opened them yet. But
Yep.
'Cause-
I opened them, did my review, and immediately put them back in the box because I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna pull them out next year for Christmas.
this just seems like it's a clone. I'll put it on the shelf with the rest of them. He just
Right.
has a weird paint marking.
He's in the skull division.
And really, I'll probably do the same with the gingerbread trooper and the Wookiee.
Yeah, those two could fit.
Yeah,
We will literally go from complaining about carbonizing credit collection, but then the holiday stuff comes and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
fun.
terrible with this. Wee!
Yeah, this is so much fun.
But I didn't buy all of them.
Right. Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
I
I just got
got-
a couple.
I got them all. I couldn't help it. They were too easy to get
They
this
serve
year.
a purpose. That's the thing.
Right. Like, I put them in because I moved into a house this year, so I had a big Christmas tree this year. Don't have a lot of ornaments, so I put the troopers in the tree,
Yeah, that's
and now
literally what I did.
they're like little Christmas ornaments. They're on a mission.
That's right. But it also goes back to what we were talking about earlier about, no, that stuff's dumb.
Yeah.
This is good though.
They serve
I like
a
this.
purpose, all right?
Yeah.
Carbonized doesn't serve a purpose.
But if you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to go over as well as because, oh man, what was the comment? Well, I tend to focus on negativity and then try to, But if you reviewed those, what were the comments like? Like, waste of time, sucks, trash. Did you get some of that?
Not really, but
Really?
I think it's because we have tailored our audience to pretty much be like, if you're that negative about the line, go somewhere else. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
we it's
That is
obviously
true.
it's okay to criticize. There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with criticizing, but there's like a certain point, where you're just like, okay, like, take a step back. You're complaining about an action figure. This big multi-billion-dollar company is not out to get you. I promise you that.
Yeah.
They are
I mean,
not
they are
out to get
your
you.
money.
Right. But
There's still stuff out there. This isn't replacing anything.
But honestly, it's kind of nice though. The community, the people that watch our videos are usually pretty positive and excited about the line and understand you know, like how things work, because that's a big thing
Yeah.
on our channel too, and you like to do it too, is to like actually try and make sense of why this figure costs this much, why this figure costs this much, like we've talked about on this stream, you know, the paint applications, the amount of new tooling, like things like that. We like to come at it at that sort of angle, like, and try and understand why. And obviously sometimes it is still egregious, and it's okay to say it's egregious, but
Yeah.
do you need to type in all caps and go crazy about it? That's just kind of where I'm like,
You don't ignore the negatives, you know?
Right.
You point them out, but I don't like focusing on the negatives.
We're
There's still
fans.
positive things. I mean, there's something about a figure I may not like, but the rest of the figure's awesome. Yeah.
Right.
And it's a hobby. If I ain't having fun, I'll find something else to do. And I'm having
Exactly.
fun, so.
Yeah, that is a great point, though, Nate. How like the OOTB community is very tailored. Like, and I like that because my head hurts, my brain hurts when I see like the comment section of love them, but like Yakface Instagram comments are always filled with like so much negativity whenever there's a new reveal or, you know, this is trash, this is garbage, I hate it. And there's even some like creators out there like on YouTube who make videos and they're just so angry and mad, and I'm like, this is supposed to be fun, like it's a hobby, like we're fans of the line. I feel like that's how we got our small little following here, because we're literally just fans, so of course it's going to be like overall positive because we we enjoy the line.
No, and to clarify, I wasn't saying that's all I get tons of negative comments. I'll be scrolling through and it's like, this is great, this.
Yeah.
But as soon as I get to that one, it's like, I'm out.
Yep.
Shh.
Yeah. No, we definitely get that, because there's some times where like some of our videos will obviously just for no reason at all, they'll just get tons of views. And then you will get the wall of comments of people, and we're like, oh, they don't normally watch our videos, like we could tell. Or we'll be on a string where we're like criticizing the line for a couple episodes of our weekly show, and then we'll get comments, wow, you guys are really one of those negative channels and that's all you do. And we're like no, it's just like
that's hilarious because like people literally like call us shills and stuff like that because we're so happy and positive with the line.
But oh man, okay, I have some.
I'm like, bro, I wish I was paid. No
kidding.
Send the check.
The
Blacker Sand, this looks amazing. I encourage everyone to go buy it. Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. We got a Blacker Sand Defender. You and Mike Case. Mike Case.
No, okay. Well, okay. I make the jokes, but that Blacker Santa is exactly what it said it was being, you know?
Right.
But the problem was everybody saw a different version of Black Chrysanthemum at that exact same time.
Horrible timing.
Yeah.
Horrible timing.
Because obviously it was way in the...
And the Rancor.
Nathaniel's asking,
yes,
favorite
Albert, I agree.
Star Wars SH Figure Arts figure and how it's relevant years later. Well, I only have like 4. I think my favorite's IG-11. That figure was awesome.
Which one did I turn into IG-88? I have most of the...
Was it the Mafex or the SH?
Yeah, I took one or the other. Kept one as 11, made the other one 88, which is just swapping some hands and giving them some different weapons, but close enough.
Right. Oh man, I would love an SH Figure Arts 88. They would kill that figure. They would kill that one.
That size and stuff, yeah. So, oh man, so much better than Black Series.
Oh yeah, that was one of the, because before that I did have a couple SH Figure Arts Star Wars figures, but they were like cheap ones that I like randomly found at like conventions or something, and like the IG-11. That was the first one that made me like, I'm gonna buy an SH Figure Arts for full price because the Black Series version is so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, I need like a good representation of IG-11 on the shelf.
Yeah.
And that figure delivers. I love how big it is. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like for me, droids, you could size them up, make them bigger, and I'm like, they're fine. They're still 6-inch scale.
Plus, he has the extendo legs, or you try to look at stills or watch the show and try to figure out exactly how big he is. And it's like, oh, wait, no, he looks smaller there, but bigger here, back and forth. So
right, because you know they're not making the show like with that in mind. Like, oh, we got to make sure IG-11 is the same height in every single scene.
Yeah.
But
no relative scale.
What do you think? Just SH Figure Arts' favorite figure for Star Wars?
Darth Maul is still amazing, but then I go, man, those hands are tough.
Do you have the speeder bike for Maul?
Yes. I had to think about it because it's not in the display. It's hanging out down below. But I never put them on it.
That's one I feel like would be a great and easy Black Series vehicle for them to do. Give us Maul's speeder. That'd be so simple. So easy.
And another Maul. Even reused with some cloth skirt.
Anakin Crespin, thank you so much for your support. I criticized you guys for being too critical when I first found your channel, but I should have kept watching because y'all are great and not overly critical at all. I totally take it back. Well, I appreciate your support.
Thanks.
You probably discovered us during, because we will make like 3-4 videos a year that are negative.
Well, I think we had a recent. There was like a stint. It was
the carbonized 2-pack that was $70.
Right. It was my negative review of the selfie series figure, the price hikes video,
that negative.
And then the carbonized 2-pack. It was like a string of like videos where we were like,
but like the price hiked video was like just answering the question like, are we getting priced out? And the answer is no. I'm still buying it all. Well, not all, but becoming a bit more selective.
Right, but still.
And I still like, the carbonized 2-pack, that's egregious. Those are 10-year-old, 10-year-old figures for $70. That's $35 each for a repaint. Like, I've absolutely no problem calling that egregious. That's like terrible in my opinion. But the difference is we say our piece and move on. I don't pre-order it and move on. I just don't get it. And then I'm like, oh, look at this mainline figure. That's cool. I'll pick up that.
Yeah.
We don't dwell on it. Like, I feel like a lot of people in the toy community do. They just dwell on it. I just forget. I'm like, okay, that was bad. I'm moving on. I forget.
Yep.
Speaking on that, though, and I saw some people, this pointing out others. There's nothing wrong with other channels. They can be negative because that's their space. They can be negative. They can be critical.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine, and there's obviously an audience. It's only
audience. When
you try to cross streams and it's like, no, I'm right. That's bullshit. That's not my bag at all. I don't.
Toy drama? No.
But that's the whole point of YouTube. All these different channels. Watch what you want to. Just find what you like, watch it, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I say, like, the Rancor period, that was, like, the most controversial, like, because that was the only period of time where it's, like, we had, like, haters. Like, like, there were people creating Twitter profiles just to, like, tweet at us that, like, right when it failed, we got, like,
egg accounts.
Twitter accounts. We're just creating Twitter accounts to tweet at us screenshots of the final number. I was like, oh, my goodness gracious.
See, when there's controversy involved, I kind of start tuning out. It's just like, well, here's this. I would like the Rancor. I would like better tiers, though. I'm backed, and that's where I left it. It's just like, there's my stance. I never canceled. It's just like, oh, didn't make it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Still, though, I still have a Rancor-sized hole in my heart, and
that's
not
another
not really on my shelf anymore.
3D print Grail someday when I get my 3D printer.
Yes. Get that
3D printer.
still
Someday.
broken.
Still, I can't.
It's disappointing because like we were starting to get cooking, Robo. Like we had
I saw your tray thing too. I need that for my Scarif Trooper. The tray with the
Oh yeah,
what do
yeah.
you call it, the
tray.
unfortunate trooper.
yes, he just wanted to eat his lunch.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Right.
And he has that pause like, oh.
I think about that trooper all the time because I'm just like thinking about like what if that happened to me at work? Like I'm going to sit on my lunch break and I'm just like I just want to enjoy my lunch, and then some
Yes.
guy just
Someone's just casually
Blast you.
about to perform a heist on your place of work.
like come on, just I'll let you go, just walk away.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, come on.
Yeah.
This is not my day.
So you guys want to talk about some recent pickups maybe?
Ooh, yeah.
Any new
recent
toys?
pickups.
Any new goodies? I love
Well-
talking toys.
I can go first because I'll be super quick. So I pointed this out, but I got my little Max Rebo, little early. This was a Valentine's Day present, but I was miserable, suffering, so got this
Look at that
early.
green tag.
Thankfully, yeah, I'm keeping the tag on. There was
Yeah.
a tag where it was like hanging up. I got rid of that one, but I'm not gonna get rid of the
Yeah.
Power of the Force tag. Other than that, I got a replacement for my Dr. Arnold Jurassic Park Hammond collection because Nate, that picture you sent me, I looked back at the photo. I'm like, there really is a factory issue. He didn't have his glasses. Really, Mattel? Really? QC? I didn't even, and that has a window. That's a windowed package, and
And
I
you-
didn't even.
You bought
like,
it and you
I'm
didn't even
fine.
notice.
And the more I thought about it, I'm like, wait, he wears glasses. And I was like looking in the package, and then I looked back at that picture, and
So Mattel actually sent you a replacement, or you just
no,
bought another one?
Another one was purchased for me.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh, that's pretty
'Cause, I mean,
cool.
they're like cheap. I'm like, I'm not gonna make a big fuss. They're just little cheap figures.
Mattel.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Mattel. Hasbro.
I mean, I love the Hammond collection though. So yeah, I got a replacement for that, and he has his glasses now. So
Is that the smaller scale? Is that the
yeah,
newer-
Hammond collection
Okay.
is the newer one. Yeah, 3 3/4 inch. It's like the only
I mean,
3
we're-
3/4 inch.
It works so much better for Jurassic Park though. Like
because they're big, huge creatures, and it's like I got them like
Yeah.
all up there.
It
Could
does
you-
make
Barely
sense.
see 'em.
could you imagine the T-Rex if it was 6-inch scale? That thing would be so stupidly large. It's already big as a
Right.
3 3/4 inch piece.
And it's like I love Jurassic Park, and it is true. Like the 3 3/4 inch figures, like they feel like Happy Meal toys, and I'm not trying to insult anyone. They do feel like just little cheap toys, but the creatures are great, and I think the human characters, at least from like the originals, they're just like a nice little supplement to that line. So I'm a completist. Actually, I have all of them so far. I mean, there's not a lot, but
Yeah.
I got a couple of the 6s, but I didn't continue. I got
Yeah.
that big T-Rex.
Yeah. The T-Rex, because I'm the same way. I'm just like, my toes are in. I'm not crazy like Justin, but that T-Rex, I was like, yeah, that's one for
It's
the
so
shelf.
good.
That's just like a figure that if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, you just need it.
Now there was a new one that was sweet, right? Because I got the one from before the 3 3/4 inch line. Was that a different sculpt? Was that a different?
Yeah, it's a new sculpt.
Okay.
And it's got like that eye effect where the eye follows you when you
yeah.
move your head around.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty awesome.
Don't
it's
get
a
me
good-
buying new stuff.
Sorry, it's a good one. It is a great set though.
I already have that T-Rex laying in the floor. I just pull it out when I need a picture.
Right. Yeah. So like, obviously, since you've been in the game for so long, how do you store your spare figures? Just boxes, bins under the house, or?
I have the tubs with the plastic tubs with the lids. That's my He-Man and my DC Universe Classics. Those are all in there. And then older Marvel Legends are in a big tub that I have to dig through every time I'm looking for one figure.
Oh no. Oh no.
On
nice.
the floor. But I'm hoping for a better space here soon. Yeah, I'm finally going to spend some money and then get some cabinets and shelf space, more shelf space, because Thundercats and later Masters of the Universe and all the Super 7 Turtles are still in the boxes, stacked up, because they stack so nice.
Oh yeah.
And then extra Star Wars. Star Wars has a display. Marvel Legends has most of a display. And then Mezco has some glass cases. G.I. Joe is in a tub. G.I. Joe's in a box.
I want
man.
tub digging videos.
Yeah. Whenever I do a G.I. Joe review, I have to go other end of the house and open up the box and dig through the toy box. So, but that's one I'm hoping for a display soon, someday.
Eventually.
Transformers are in a box. Or still boxed.
I'm at that point where I have a lot of stuff and I feel like I need to put some of it away, but I'm just afraid to like improperly store it.
I may be terrible about that because I just throw it in a box.
Yeah, I don't know, because I have a crawl space and it's the perfect place to store endless boxes. But I don't know. I have something. I'm just a little nervous about storing them under the house in a box,
especially with the history.
Right. Well, I mean,
that basement flooding.
It's all waterproofed now, so in theory it would be okay. But
fun fact, have we ever even disclosed that? Like the basement of Out of the Basement has flooded.
Yeah, I disclosed
plenty of times.
I disclosed it one time.
Okay.
In my Mace Windu review, Black Series Mace Windu review, all those years ago.
Because I surprised you would remember that.
Well, I had a really weird setup because I was like, "Yeah, the basement's flooded right now."
Oh, okay.
Which is like, because that's like right over there is where like the figure review stuff is. So it was just like totally destroyed down here.
Dang.
I agree. Give me Shock T.
It's fine now. It's fine now. But yeah, Shock T would be awesome.
I want to know that. Robo, give us an estimate. How many figures do you have?
I don't have as many as what it sounds like, but my kids used to come in and count shelves, and then they'd get bored and go wander into the other room. I don't know, thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah, people ask me that too. I'm like, I don't even know.
I was just talking the other day with the wife. I told her it's about time to move because that's when we organize everything and get rid of stuff. And it's been too long since we moved. So, but again, I'm hoping for some kind of spot to show up to appear this year, and I get everything organized and cataloged. I don't know if I'll go that far, but it'll probably be: here's my Marvel Legends cabinet. Here's my Star Wars cabinet.
Cans.
Pringle cans aren't bad.
Cans.
What?
They just all your figures are just greasy and have like salt particles on them.
But smells delicious.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's fine.
Pringles. The Pringle series.
Yeah, I don't know what to cut from the collection because everything I have on display right now I love. Like, I love my Turtles, I love Spawn. The Black Series, of course, is never going to go anywhere. Like, all my NECA horror figures. I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't know what to cut.
You love it all, Nate. That's the problem.
I do. Like, McFarlane, like my McFarlane DC stuff.
I mean,
just cause...
to be fair, you could organize that basement and make room. I guarantee.
Oh, yeah. I think what I really want to do is get rid of the computer desk. That's right there.
Turn
That's
the camera right now and show everything.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
It would literally be the most embarrassing thing of all time.
Yeah, no.
To see the hardcore pile of shame. It's so bad. It's so bad.
You don't even wanna.
I like to maintain the illusion that, oh, look at this nice display behind here.
Yeah,
Nothing else
right.
going on.
Yeah.
Pan the camera that way,
Yeah.
and there's just action figure boxes.
Oh. I'm looking
Yeah.
at least 3 RSings over here still in the box, stacked up. And that's in the middle of a bunch of just
3?
extra.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm missing one of her blasters. You got to send me one blaster.
Because I've got 3
blaster
open.
pistol.
But three in the box, 3 open.
The carpet. I don't understand how things just
The monster.
like
Yeah.
out of thin air. Like it really like messes with my brain when I try to like find something and I'm like excavating the room to find an accessory. I'm like, this is physically impossible.
Like,
Like
It's-
the trajectory of something falling and like.
and like in the basement, the carpet is like dark gray down here too. So especially when a Star Wars figure falls and the blaster goes, I'm like,
Nope.
oh, it's blending into the floor now.
See, Veeb's basement, it's very light colors. So
Yeah, Beebs'
pretty
basement is that's something.
I need like neon
That
orange
is marvelous stuff.
I
That's
still need to make my way back up there and actually film, around and see everything. And because you pictures, live streams, whatever, you can't get the full
right.
the
That-
full feel of it.
That's like I want to buy an admission ticket and just go walk around and
Yeah, because I have a lot of that stuff, but
Mhm.
just seeing it displayed like that, all laid out. Because talking about displays, the Star Wars stuff, I double up. If a figure replaces one, I usually have it behind, so there's a lot of
Right.
space taken there. I need to
Yeah,
clean up and
Yeah, I remember that in your video where you just
Yeah.
were like, here's the new one right in front of the old one. Yeah.
stacks of Mauls and Vaders.
I'm getting to the point where I feel like I might need to stop army building because I have like, it's just to the point where I have them in rows now. And that's all I can do as far as like an
Yeah.
efficient display. I mean, it works, especially for the Imperial Army, since like we see them lined up like that in the movie. But
Yeah.
I feel like I like lose a little bit of appreciation for some of them because I can't really see them
Mm-hmm.
because
right.
they're just lined up.
That's why I'm big in your. Well, you made some, didn't you? The Landspeeder Luke stands with the different podiums and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Those things
Those-
are a lifesaver.
I need some of those for a couple of displays.
And ever since I like Justin printed those for me and I set up my 501st troopers on it, none of them fall over anymore. Like I always had trouble with
those
season
little
7
clips are
Yes.
the best.
Season 7 Ahsoka, she loves to tumble. I'm sure she tumbles for you guys too, but
Yeah.
and then my Clone Wars Anakin, his ankles are loose. It's just like a QC issue. And so he likes to topple forward, but ever since I've put them on the hexagon stands, neither of them have fallen. And it's glorious. It's glorious. Troy, that's insane. 10 of each.
I think season 7 Ahsoka. I think I put that. I think there was a third party. Somebody was printing out the leg armors.
Oh yeah, wasn't that John Walker? John Walker
Somebody.
Customs.
I got it somewhere, but I glued those on, and I haven't had a problem with ankles because it butts up against.
Mm.
Yeah, my main problem right now is my 3D printer. I was printing perfect stuff.
Mhm.
And then just one day it just took a crap and it's never been the same and I'm like I feel like I'm out of option. I'm genuinely almost just going to buy another one at this point.
Is it fairly new? Did you? I mean, you buy it from? Can you?
It was
Go
a
back to the
gift
manufacturer?
from my last birthday.
I mean,
I
that
don't-
was November.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think because I've like modified it and all that other stuff, messed with it.
Uh-oh. You souped it up, huh?
But it just doesn't. And then we have our buddy Zach, the Star Wars Black Series on Instagram. He recently got the same printer. He's just printing all of these amazing
But
projects, and I'm
you-
like, oh my god.
You have to think of it this way, though, Justin. You had 2 great months of printing and then you had issues. He just got his printer, so he's in that honeymoon phase with his printer.
Yeah.
It hasn't given him any issues yet.
I almost feel bad that because I recently made a 3D printing video, like
it's so easy.
Yeah, my Black Series 3D printing journey, and throughout the video, I'm like, this is so much easier than I thought it would be. It's literally just like plug and play, get the file. It prints this perfect diorama for me. You should get into it. And then that same day that I recorded that video is when it took a crap.
Literally the same day, and it was making like a fire alarm noise.
Like,
Justin just sends me
like
this
it was
video.
A bomb.
Yeah.
Dang. Were you scared to enter the room?
I was like,
played in the microwave?
what is going on? So, yeah, for an example, he's been printing projects like this, and I'm just like, like, I want to do this.
Remember,
especially after the GTP Toys thing.
Right.
Oh, those poor guys.
I want the Tantive 6-inch so bad. Like, it would look so great on the shelf.
I could have done it.
Yeah.
Now I can't.
Yeah. It's okay. I think I have faith in you, Justin. You will fix the printer. You just need to figure out.
I need someone like physical just to look at it. I'm so sick of Googling and watching videos. I'm like, it's too much. I need someone physically to come look at it. The old fashioned. Yeah, there he is.
There's Luke.
I have done.
Fly Luke out. Buy the plane ticket both ways to fly him out.
Seriously, I'd be so down for that. I'd be so down for that. For the price of just buying another 3D printer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because I haven't priced them recently, but someday.
Yeah. They're surprisingly affordable.
Right.
I thought they'd be a lot more expensive.
I feel like
but you gotta buy filament and...
Yeah.
Right.
But like just the machine, wasn't it like 300 something, Justin?
Yeah, it was like 280, I think.
Yeah,
279.
That's not horrible compared to what they used to be.
And when I was printing good, I was printing like real good.
Yeah. No, those are some great prints. Like I said, the chair. Ooh, which this one I matte sprayed, so it looks even better.
Yeah, the cantina set, the band stage.
Yeah.
Everything's better with some matte spray.
Yep.
It really is. Luke had texted us once we printed those sets off, and he was like, "Yeah, you should matte spray those." And I was like, that's a great idea." So I matte sprayed one chair, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is so good. This is so good.
This is beautiful."
Yeah, I love the matte spray. Robo, do you have any pickups this week? Any figures that stand out that you want to maybe mention?
Hold on. Actually, you picked the week that I'm not sure I got anything this week.
Yeah, I think it's a slow week all around.
Especially not Star Wars.
Yeah. I have no Star Wars pickups this week either.
Really? Nate with no pickups.
No, I have 2 pickups.
Oh, he has pickups.
Neither of them are Star Wars. No,
I got extra Crow figure.
Ooh, that Crow
was
figure's that was a great review and great looking figure. You had me hovering on that add to cart. I was like, oh.
It's too here. I had to, and a buddy of mine even sent extra heads because he bought
nice
a fodder body on eBay to make something else, and 2 heads ended up with it. So I have many a Crow head to work on.
Yeah, I was feeling your passion for the Crow through that video. Like I like the movie. I think it is a solid movie, but it wasn't one of those where I'm like, yeah, Mezco figure worthy for me. But watching that review, I was on Big Bad Toy Store like, oh, it's in stock, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I could just add it to my pile of loot. But I held off.
What's another $100?
I've been good on Mezco.
Yeah.
The next Mezco is that Conan one, which that should be shipping any day. Because I missed the first Conan, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not missing that again. So I got the Mezco exclusive Conan figure, and they just
I hadn't bought a Mezco in a long time, so
yeah, they're fun, but like I feel like it's so hit or miss. Like some of them are bad, and some of them are great. And you can't quite tell which one's going to be which because of the cloth. Like so you can't guess like the undersuit body.
Is it going to be a 90-degree elbow, or is it going to be elbows? Or
right? That's always my problem that holds me back, because the last Mezco I bought beforehand was Moon Knight, and I was honestly kind of like disappointed in that figure. It really wasn't like as articulated as I had hoped it was going to be. At least for Moon Knight, you know, you want Moon Knight to be like super agile and like ready to roll, but he just kind of felt a little like stiff and not so great. So I literally took it out of the package, messed with it a little bit, and I was like, oh, all right, never mind, back in the box.
plus all the stark whiteness.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. I was like, I don't want to display this or really even like touch it too much because of the cloth goods. Like obviously the oils from your hands can straight up transfer into your Mezco figures. Like that's something you genuinely have to think about.
And that's one of the beautiful things about that Crow figure. Get dirty. I don't care. It's,
right.
You look more like the movie.
Risk Llama, is that the Black Series Jabba? 'Cause that's a little rare these days.
Yeah.
And I'm glad your Grievous can stand up. Mine can't.
Yeah, my Grievous
He's also just undersized.
My Grievous is on a stand. Permanent stand.
I'm surprised they didn't do Jabba again for this year. I mean, I suppose they still could, but I feel like they would have revealed that.
Yeah.
What's up, Quentin?
My Grievous is the model kit.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to track that one down.
I have that unbuilt.
It gets confusing there for a second, but it's still pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always something I've appreciated about your channel is your coverage of the Star Wars model kits, because I feel like that's a pretty like niche subject, and I love building them. I think they're a lot of fun, and I think they mix pretty well with Black Series figures as well. So like I love popping the occasional model kit in my collection.
And I like this throne room Fett that they just released. Well, they didn't just release it. I just built it. But I like it better than the well, it needs some matte spray. I still need to get it in the booth, but
yeah,
I like it.
The only thing holding me back on that one is I don't like the 2 disc cloth goods piece. I'm kind of like, well, why'd you decide to do that? Like, I know because they kind of did that for like the Mandalorian. Like that cape was almost kind of like that too, where you had to like loop it over the head and then loop it over the head again and then put the armor piece on. And it was just kind of like, I don't know. I want to pick that one up, but I think I might just hold out because, you know, I'm sure it'll go on clearance at Target because no one buys those model kits.
Yeah,
those
I bought another Return of the Jedi. Well, no, that's Empire, isn't it? Boba Fett model kit from Target the other day.
Oh yeah, I mean those ones are so great. They're so much fun. You could just paint them differently, or I like, and I know you've talked about it before, how like the Mandalorian comes with extra pieces, and the Boba Fett model kit comes with extra pieces, and you can kind of like Frankenstein like new different Mando together out of those extra pieces.
That's why I had to buy another Fett, because the extra pieces that came with the Mando Fett, which I already had an extra Mandalorian for, but I painted it with his War of the Bounty Hunters disguise, which is just black, but I wanted to do that.
Yeah. I shelled out the 40 for the official version.
I got that too.
That figure looks so good. It's so beautiful, but like the articulation holds it back.
Plus, you put it beside the Walgreens white Fett, and it's
right. It's like spy versus spy right there.
Yeah.
But real quick, I just wanted to show my 2 pickups off this week.
Snap.
I got this only for the head, but this was like $5 on Amazon. This Storm Shadow
$5.
G.I. Joe classified figures. I grabbed it for the head because I have one Imperial Scientist body. I have Storm Shadow head.
Nice.
Now I have new Imperial Scientist that'll go on the shelf and look just great. I'm always looking for... Go ahead.
Now, why do you have a headless scientist?
So we had someone send us a bunch of like Black Series figures recently, and so I already had a Galen Urso, and so I was just like, okay, pop the head off. I'm going to swap the head for something else, just because I love doing that. Like, I've done it with a couple other figures where, you know, you just pop the head off, swap on like a different Marvel Legends head or G.I. Joe head, and then I'm like, oh, look at that. It's a new Imperial, you know, officer or scientist. So I just was like, you know, I have the spare, so why not do the extra step here and do a little custom little head
My
swap.
first thought was, what did you use a Mads head for something, you know, else? If you had made something.
No, he's just right here.
Now you can make a Castilius.
Yeah, I was thinking about Matt spraying this and seeing if it
he is.
If it makes the... Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Jeff sent us those. And yeah, I was seeing what I could come up with the Mads head. But the only other pickup I grabbed this week is McFarlane, and that was the Red Doom guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gold label.
Gold label. I missed the green one, and that was a mistake because now that figure's pretty expensive on the aftermarket. And I love classic Doom. I love the new games too. The new games are fun too, but something about classic Doom, you know. And McFarlane Toy Shop exclusive, so, you know, it's going to sell out. Todd's never going to make it again.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like about McFarlane Toys is they never reprint anything, and it sucks if you miss something.
Because he still has that... I mean, it's not terrible, but he has that mindset of, collectors, you know, want it rare, want it hard to find, hard to track down, hard to get.
Yeah, because that green Doom guy... obviously like the preferable look for Doom guy, but I missed it. I was like not worried about grabbing it, but I'm also not the kind of person, I don't like spending, you know, like crazy aftermarket prices on figures. It's just not my thing. So those are my only two pickups this week. That's all I got. Nice, short and sweet.
Whatever happened to that gold label Selena Kyle from the Batman that had like the accurate like mask? Like I feel like I saw a picture of that and then I never the only way I picked it up, because it was a Walmart exclusive, but I grabbed it off of Big Bad Toy Store because they were selling it for just a little bit of a markup. It was exclusives are like no longer exclusives now, I guess.
Well, I feel like that figure had to have like a low print run or something because it never showed up in store. It never went live on Walmart.com. And the only place I ever saw it available was Big Bad Toy Store. That was literally the only place that I saw actually had it. Because I do have that figure. I shelled out the extra money for the accurate Selena Kyle head because obviously the Batman was incredible. And I really wanted the super accurate look.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pay a lot of attention to after the side eyes.
Yeah. The old side eye incident. At least it seems like we're over that hill.
Yeah.
And even though
makes
Todd
it more dynamic, Nate.
It's like, no, Todd. It limits it. It severely limits the figure. It limits it to
you don't like Batman go.
Yeah.
Because man, what was it? Toy Fair 18, 19, somewhere in there. He would talk about, you know, well, I don't want to put that much articulation in it because it breaks up, and I can do my spin on it with the pose or the whatever. That it's his signature, so I get it from his mindset. But I want to play with toys. I want I want to make them my own. You know, move them.
Right. And obviously he's someone that's up until recently was very resistant to articulation in general.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you
It
already
seems
know.
like he listens a lot more.
Yeah, which is good though. Like it's kind of refreshing to have a company that like actually somewhat quickly realizes when like something is going on that like, yeah, you might have thought that was a good idea, but pretty much no one else does.
Right.
I like that though, that he was actually like willing to be like, okay, you know, we're gonna go back to eyes
That's the
mostly
beauty of
straightforward.
not having shareholders and a bunch of suits to
That's
answer
right.
to and all that.
Right.
Plus,
Right.
he'd been doing it like that since mid '90s, and
Right.
that was a hardcore crowd. You know, the Spawn.com forums and those, they were like, no articulation. We like it like this. So he had an audience. But
True. That is true.
I think once he started putting articulation in and the sales showed that it was selling a lot better. I think it was My Hero Academia stuff. It was like, okay, I need to start putting articulation into everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
the McFarlane Warhammer figures are sick. Those are incredible.
bouncing back to Black Series, I had a final couple questions for you, Robo. My first question is, out of everything that we know coming out, like pipelined or whatever, like what are you most looking forward to in the Black Series?
This is one of those.
For
I
a
can't even
refresher,
remember what-
like they're for pipeline, there's like the new Black Chrysanthemum from Book of Boba Fett. That actually is like a Book of Boba Fett Black Chrysanthemum. There's a Magna Guard coming. Season 3 Ahsoka. Kiadi Mundi. There's a newly
That's high up
told
there.
Mando coming. Which I'm
Yeah.
very curious about.
That'll be interesting to see.
Darth Malak is coming.
I didn't do the games a lot. Which elicits, are you a true fan comment every now and then? You know, like,
Right.
how can you even like Star Wars if you didn't play the games? I'm like, because I watched Star Wars.
Right. Like you literally would have to dedicate your entire life to Star Wars to consume
Yeah.
all of the Star Wars media that's ever existed. So
Right.
yeah, new R2D2, that's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah.
If they don't show the plastic, it
Yeah.
doesn't penetrate this dome.
Yeah, finally a newly tooled R2.
And hopefully, they hit the ground running and give us all kinds of variants on that too. 'Cause
Right.
I'll take
So
all the
R5,
R2s.
D4. Yeah.
Literally just remake every Astro Droid they've already made just on the new body, and I'm pre-order, buy,
And
buy,
more.
buy.
All the prequel colors, everything.
Yeah.
They can do like R4, like Obi-Wan's droid. I don't
Yeah.
seem to remember ever owning a droid.
That Obi-Wan's full of shit, man.
Bro, you had a droid, alright? It got its head cut off in Revenge of the Sith by Buzz droids.
But I think he always looked at him as, you know, he never looked at him as, I guess that's
Wasn't
how they played
buddies.
it. Huh?
Yeah.
People, or as
He didn't have attachments like Anakin had
Yeah.
with R2.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I-
White Direwolf brings up a great point. Don't forget Starkiller.
Yeah. That's a good perspective, because I guess I don't really think how like we're like hardcore like studying the lists of like the master lists and like looking at the SKUs and
Analyzing.
everything, like yeah. So that's,
I think of pipelines as leaks, controlled leaks. You know, I think they started doing that
Yeah.
because of all the leaks coming out. It was like, well, we told you that. We didn't show you anything, but we told you that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of nice in that aspect. But between that and Legends and Joe and Power Rangers and stuff that I look at but don't buy, I can't keep track of future stuff. But at the same time, when it does come out or they do show the prototypes, it's like it's surprising all over again. I get to feel that oh look, because G.I. Joe's terrible about it. I love it, but oh, we're gonna give you this someday. But going back, I'm really excited about Mara Jade.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious about her. Obviously, she's on that Jaina Solo body, so we know it's going to be pretty good articulation. But I think
so good.
new arms. I want to say they're new. If not, they're like someone else's. I don't know whose though.
They showed the plastic, and I can't remember what the arms
Yeah.
look like.
Yeah. No, because the arms are bare. So I feel like they're new, because I don't think there's been any other bare-armed female single jointed.
Yeah, because
Elbows.
Leia was double jointed under the robes, huh?
Yeah.
And those are small.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Were Yavin Ceremony? Does she have bare arms?
I'm sure.
I don't know. I'll figure. Like I said, Big Bad Toy Store sent me the processing soon for those new comic figures. I'm so excited.
I thought you were about to say Big Bad Toy Store sent me the figures. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they
wait,
did.
What?
Yep. Little did
Where's
you
my
know.
figure?
Well, I
I
heard
see-
that. Well, it's been a couple weeks since they started talking about the other two, right? That said processing soon, and then Mara Jade was. I hadn't heard Mara Jade.
Yeah, I got the processing soon for all three of them.
Ooh.
Cause at first, yeah, it was like I got the email and it was like Mike and Dr. Aphra bumped up, but then it was never anything for Mara Jade. But then all of a sudden, for me, it was like I got the email and it was, oh, all three are coming.
Mm-hmm.
See, and when I started hearing that, I thought, well, maybe I should grab them. But with it, I need Mike, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Aphra,
yes.
I have Aphra, but I kind of like this new look better. But now that it's Mara Jade, I may have to throw in, because I haven't been doing a lot of pre-ordering. I've just been waiting and seeing where it comes up and.
Yeah, I mean,
pops
yeah,
up.
for the most part, same here, because it seems like pretty much everything is pretty easy to get nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
We've only been
Nate?
like, well, listen, we've only been seriously like hardcore collecting since like 2014-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it definitely seems like now, like obviously things are more expensive, but it seems like easier to get.
Yo, the exclusive problem, it's still a problem, but it's not as bad as it used to be, where it was just like impossible to pre-order certain things.
Or
we
hunt
still
down in
have
the
a little
store.
bit of that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like the wait, what was it? Was it Walmart with the
The Clone Wars.
the red stormtrooper?
Oh yes, yeah, the original Shock Trooper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, remember Justin when we found that one?
In the pile, back when
Yeah.
Walmart just did like, here's a pile of
Yeah.
crap.
Just
stuff.
like throw it on the shelf. Literally buried at the bottom of a pile of Black Series figures, 2 Imperial Shock Troopers in store.
Mhm.
I literally found them, got off work at the movie theater, because we would always do this thing. We'd get off at like 1 a.m., drive to Walmart, check the figures, drive across the street to Meijer, because they were still 24 hours back then, do a quick little 1 a.m. hunt.
Yep.
That's the only way we ever found them. That one was tough.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
Yes.
I mean,
the
I've got some
OG.
Walmarts, but I only saw that at one Walmart, and I just happened to be dropping my daughter at the airport.
Well, and
Otherwise-
you're in the land of Walmarts too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm 45 minutes from headquarters.
Yeah, so that's crazy that even for someone like you, where you are like right there, where you would think it would be like, oh, easy to get, walk in, here's 50 of them.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will
Like-
say I usually find the exclusives somewhere at some point
Yeah.
in the store,
Like-
the Clone Wars wave.
Yeah, the 212 Walgreens one, that didn't go up for pre-order, but then like other sites had it. So like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I think the exclusive problem, I can only speak for the US obviously, but it's nowhere near as, it's not like the Target exclusive wave of Clone Wars figures that you couldn't get online. They had no pre-orders, and it's like you gotta find it in store. Yeah, or the Walmart wave too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both
the Clone Wars.
both full waves were brutal. Those were brutal.
I
And
can't
we're
wait for them.
and
to
we're
reveal
to-
more.
We're totally going to get a
Yeah.
third wave of exclusive Clone Wars figures this year. Just brace for that one.
I mean, there's because that
Hey.
celebration.
You know, something that we haven't talked about really, and I think it's only been confirmed for Marvel Legends, but no Walgreens exclusives this year at least. I would have to assume
Is that a
that's
thing?
Yeah, Dan from the Marvel Legends team tweeted it out, but just about Marvel Legends. I would have to assume it applies to all Hasbro.
Gotta
But
think.
I hope.
But yeah, no Walgreens exclusives this year at the very least. So that's one less, headache, because Walgreens' website is terrible, and trying to go to Walgreens
Tom
is
Walgreens
terrible.
has had enough.
Yep.
Now they're spamming the Tom Walgreen emoji.
Yeah, Tom he's out of the
Tom
game.
is tapping
He's out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had luck with Walgreens stuff. That was Veebs. Veebs up north had lots of Walgreens. I'd keep an eye on Walmart for him, and he'd look at Walgreens for me. And Target. Walmart's kept Target out of Arkansas for as long as they can. And it's kind of creeped in places, but
Yeah.
not.
Where's
Not
your
a
Where's your nearest Target?
I do have a Target across the river now in the
Not bad.
big city,
Nice.
but there's not another one for another hour.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's not good. We live in like a pretty decent area. Like, we have tons of Walgreens, we have a few Targets, we have a few Walmarts. We got like a nice mix.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty
But-
good. We got Walgreens everywhere.
But we also have like there's like a decent community of like action figure collectors in our area. So like Justin and I will go like early morning for something, and there'll be other people lined up, and we're just like, how? Who are you? Like, get out of here.
And then we have a huge sigh of relief when they're like, what Funko are you going to pick up?
Yeah, we're like,
"Thank
woo,
God."
have at it, buddy. Have at it. They're over
Run to
there.
electronics.
Yeah.
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 N-
No, and that was another thing about around here. I never figured, there's not. That's why I can find stuff. There's only the chances of being more than a few collectors around here.
Yeah.
But then, the more I was out, the more I'd run into other people. I'm like, oh, there are quite a few, even backwoods Arkansas.
Yep. Oh yeah, and I like, you kind of have that awkward moment when you're in the aisle with another adult, and they're also looking at the toys, and I'm like, are you here for yourself or for your kids?
Yeah, you don't want to start that conversation.
No, most of the time not. Unless there's been a few times where I'll see someone with their phone out like looking for something, and I'm like, man, they don't have it. I just asked.
Yeah.
Like, I'll save you the time. I took the bullet. I asked. They said no. But we have a lot of like small mom and pop shops around us, so we also have the problem of like those people go to the store, buy the figures to resell at their shops. So we have to like fight with them too.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like the same day something will drop, and they'll post on like Facebook like, look what we randomly got in the shop. How fortuitous.
It's these figures from Ollie's.
Yeah, they don't scrape. They used to not scrape the price tags off. They just put theirs over the Toys R Us sticker.
Yeah.
Because we used to have a few comic shops around here that would do that, send out people and be there to open and buy up all the stuff. But not anymore. I have one comic shop and they don't do toys.
Yeah, our comic shops don't do toys, but we actually do have like a couple physical toy stores. It's really bizarre.
Really?
I think it's because we're so close to Chicago, so it's like...
I suppose.
It's a big metropolitan area. There's a nice variety of people, so you're more likely to have collectors, and we're like in that sweet spot where we're not like in Chicago, but we're like,
Close to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 45 minutes outside of Chicago.
It's probably why we have so much store variety too.
Do you do like C2E2 and
the
shows in Chicago?
I've gone a few times, especially back in like more of like when I was really, really into comic books and like superheroes and stuff. I went to C2E2 for like 5 years in a row. I'd love to get back to going because I love it. I love conventions. It's so much fun. Like, of course, it's financially painful. Especially when, you see all these figures that you're like, man, I missed out on that one. Oh, there it is. Right there in front of me. I can hold it. I can touch it. Yeah, it's... I would love to get back to going. And there are, like, like there we actually do have like local toy conventions where it'll be like at Justin's city's like community center.
Yeah.
And it'll just be like a small room of vendors, and we go in there and, you know, dig through those same people's stuff time and time again.
And they're selling figures that just came out for $50, $60. But honestly, scalping doesn't even faze me anymore either. Like exclusive, like just pre-order.
Well, I feel like scalpers have kind of like left the Black Series. They've almost like it's dawned on them that there's like not too much.
Because like to find Black Series in store, it's just like the stars have to align. You have to be at the right place at the right time. Like, oh, they just put out the case. So even as if you're a reseller, I couldn't imagine driving to Walmart, Target, checking all these different stores like every other day. Like, it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm. Used to be a nightly ritual.
Yep.
And not
anymore. I do miss like the hunt of the like going out in the wild. I will say that I do miss it.
Getting out and about and seeing what's out there, because there was a few years around Christmas time that I was out so much that I considered, although I don't know how you would market this for parents that don't know what they're looking for, just give me your list and I will bring you the toys for your children, you know. But how do you market
Santa
that?
action?
Yeah.
It's like
like a go-between.
A DoorDash before DoorDash.
Yeah, a Toy Dash.
Yeah.
It's Toy Dash.
Yeah. Now that would be an app that I'd spend big money on. Hey, go find this for me and bring it to my house.
Right. You have a list, you put it online.
Find a super specific Target exclusive action figure. You're gonna have to ask an employee to go to the back.
That'd be great. I just have someone to ask for me.
Yeah. But in that case, you wouldn't be looking for the hard to find stuff. They'd be, a kid's Christmas list.
Right. Yeah.
Just generic stuff. Well, no, I say that. They could probably be with the internet and everything. I want this and a Galactus and a HasLab Sentinel and this and this.
I still hunt though I don't check every Walmart like I used to when there's a Walmart. I'm like, I gotta check that Walmart. Like, Walmart's out for me for hunting, but Target, I'm still something about Target every time I see it.
Well, Target's been having great clearance recently too.
And their toy section is huge, like, compared to Walmart, at least in my experience. Like, Walmart, it's usually a couple I don't know. Target, it's like... And they got that new little Disney section. They got that thing rotating.
Right.
It's like their toy section is huge.
I don't like that they split the Marvel and the Star Wars.
Yeah.
I got to hit one aisle and then the other. And that's not a lazy thing. I don't know if when I hit the end of the aisle, I want to be able to survey what's going on with everything. It's like, but if I'm in one aisle and somebody's in another aisle, you got to cross over and what's going on?
Right. And like, especially because not all Targets have the Disney section. So sometimes Justin and I have literally been in situations where we're circling the Target trying to find the Disney section only to realize, oh, this Target doesn't have one.
I don't like that. So like the big floating Disney head, and then they're always playing a movie on like max volume or like a song or something, and it'll always be maxed out.
I'm guessing my Target doesn't have that because I don't know.
It's like a giant Disney head, and it's like rotating on the ceiling, and it's just this whole little Disney section.
Yeah, it's typically in like the kids' clothes department. And the Black Series figures and TVC figures and all Star Wars related product are now in this like Disney zone at certain Targets.
Plus, Target has like NECA, like they have Hammond, like they have the Jurassic stuff that Walmart doesn't have.
Right.
Walmart is just no bueno.
At least up here. At least up here. Well, hey, I did find you that clearance one jack. I did find you clearance one jack.
Oh, clearance already. See, at my Walmart right now, it has the white Grievous and the Clone Wars mace.
Mace.
Just hanging out on the shelf.
That's crazy.
I know it's late, but
yeah. But still, I feel like a lot of people didn't pick those figures up. So when that new shipper like hit, everyone was pretty excited. I saw a lot of people that were like, finally.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is, I wish we got that shipper because I want that Wicket. Like, I'm seriously dying for the Wicket.
Yes.
Yeah, but that didn't. Did that just happen in certain places, or was it with that shipper all over?
I think it was Canada. I think it was just Canada. So
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to make believe places.
That's
kidding.
right. That's
I'm
right.
kidding.
Yeah, White Direwolf, it's true. There's been like case studies done on like the psychological effects of Target aisle. I worked at Target for 2 days, and they had me sign this waiver. I don't even know if I should say this, but they had
You're about to
me-
get sued.
They had me sign this waiver that says I can't disclose their like strategies to other competitors, which
That
has to
makes
do
sense, though.
and it has to do with like the width of their aisles. It's like bigger and it's like more welcoming present. Like it was really odd to learn about, but I do agree that like Target's aesthetically and just like comfort level is heightened in a Target compared to Walmart or any other store.
I will say a couple of my Walmarts have been remodeled in the past year, and you go to the toy aisle, and it's narrow and dark, and I don't.
See, it's scary.
But
Scary.
I find more stuff at that Walmart, I guess because nobody wants to go in the dark, scary cave, than any other Walmart around here.
There's just an action figure version of Gollum down there riddling
Yeah.
you.
My precious.
Yeah, don't ask me why I worked for only 2 days, all right?
They put him to work, and he said, "Wait, what?"
I said, I'm going back to deliver pizza.
Hey,
I
pizza,
did-
pizza
I've been
delivery.
working for years.
That's the secret. Is how much money there was in pizza delivery.
Yep, and that's where I started collecting. Actually, was delivering pizza.
Yeah.
Yep.
I learned that day why I'm a white-collar gentleman.
Need
I
your
learned-
desk.
I learned that day when I needed a puff of my inhaler like 5 minutes in. I'm
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
need my office. And now I have a nice cubicle in my air-conditioned office environment. Know your shtick and do whatever you want. If you want to quit after 2 days, do it.
Ain't
All
nothing
right?
wrong with that. I quit a
Just don't
factory
put it
after
on
a
your
day.
resume. Don't put it on your resume.
Yeah,
Factory after one day.
yeah. Baldor making motors.
Was it just like clicking a button?
No, I'm not a big guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a very big guy, and went in, had to take these tests and adult, whatever.
Right.
And I went there, and there was like 4 big guys with me, and we were all like, "Yeah, we got hired. This is it. This is our jobs for the rest of our lives." And we went in, started at the front of the line where they put springs and everything in and put it together. Okay, and they peeled off one dude and stuck him in a place, and you got to drive this screw in here. And then the next guy got to stop and be a painter's assistant, and everything. Got to the end of the line, it was just me. I was like, "Oh, maybe I'm doing some kind of book work or something." No, you're picking up the motors off the end of the line and carrying them across and putting them in boxes that were up to here on me. And I was like, "Really?" And so we got to
Yikes.
the end of that shift, and he was like, "Oh, did they tell you we're working overtime?" I'm like, "I'm not." I'm out.
Yeah,
Later.
No,
That was it.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'm not the only one. Nate has his little grocery store cart
Oh, yeah.
story.
Mhm.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
we all have
Yep.
something.
Yeah,
We're like,
that was
See
my
ya.
first job. I worked at a grocery store and I was doing carts. They didn't have a cart rope. They didn't have a cart machine. So the most carts you could do at a time were like 7. And I went
Yeah.
inside one day. I asked for help. They were like, "There's no one to help you." And I was like, "Okay." So I walked over to the clock out machine, clocked out, got in my car, and drove off. And I was like, "Now there's no one to do carts."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
know
bad.
your worth. All right? You don't
Right.
know your worth. If you don't like the way they're treating you, you're more than likely an expendable statistic. All right? They're
That's
not
right.
going to bat an eye, and they're going to replace you in 5 seconds.
That's
Especially for like those sort of jobs we had in the before times.
Beanie, how could you quit Kenny Rogers Roasters?
Dang it, Bean.
It's the
Stop.
gambler. Oh, that's awesome. Yep. Who would be surprised? We're just normal working men here. Just
Yeah.
a couple working boys.
And that was just between me. That was between metal shop jobs. I think I was looking for work when I quit after a few years of that. And then I went back for another 15.
Now, I'm at a company that cares about you. So, there's something
Hey.
out there for everyone. I don't know how we randomly got into this career-oriented. Oh, because I said I worked at Target for 2 days.
Yep. Yeah, here.
Yeah, you got to know
working-
exactly. You got to know when to hold them.
Yep. And working boys buying toys. Yeah.
Old banker boy now.
Yeah.
What do you do now, Robo? I do this.
Nice. So you're straight up full-time FWOOSH?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
But there's a lot of stuff going on besides just, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
There's the toys. There's the site. There's
It's funny to think, like, sometimes you almost kind of lose sight, and I feel like, and I'm sure you probably encounter this, that like people see the FWOOSH and they're just like, it's Robo.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, no, actually it's like a whole big universe of people, and like going down the rabbit hole.
Right.
I'm just like the FWOOSH forums, like everyone involved with that. You got Veeves,
Right.
you got the figures, which those skeletons are going to be sweet. I'm super excited.
Skeletons are I guess we got kind of cocky at PowerCon, and it was like, oh, they're coming quick. But you can't, again, dealing with factories overseas, it's not a precise science.
It's an army builder, so I had to get two.
Yeah.
I had to jump on two. Because someone, did you post a video with like the prototypes in hand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I had the skeleton after PowerCon.
Yeah. Yeah. It just looks great. It's like those Home Depot skeletons, but if they were like actually like great
Right.
and like proper action figures, not
And
like,
we've tweaked them since then, because I think in the video,
Okay.
I don't know if I mentioned it, the spine, the articulation at the spine, it's better integrated now, and it's stronger. It's going to be better. I'm ready to get the actual final product. So
Yeah.
and there's some other stuff in the works, behind that.
Of course. Yeah.
Mhm.
Skeletons are my bread and butter. Besides Star Wars, because I only collect skeleton mythic legions.
Oh yeah.
So when the FWOOSH dropped the skeleton figures, I was like, ooh, even more skeletons. Like, heck yes.
And what's crazy is that was my first time laying hands on it, was at PowerCon, and I was like, oh, these are neat. Even though, because looking at pictures is different than actually getting them in hand.
Right. Albert is asking, I can't get the skellies anymore.
Let's see. I don't run that part of the.
Just wait until you guys find out
I-
how many people we have on the OOTB payroll.
I think,
the behind the scenes.
well, because I'm pretty sure there was a limited pre-order for the special head at
Yeah,
first.
with the jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
It may be down right now, but getting closer to production. No, if you go to catalog. Well, I click it and it doesn't go anywhere. We're also
To the bottom of this.
we're also in the middle of restructuring the commerce side.
But I would have to imagine that they'll be available again at some
Oh,
point,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
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 So, Albert, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, they'll come back around.
Yeah. But that is awesome. So, we've almost been going for 3 hours. Long time. Thank you, Robo, for your time. Appreciate it.
I get a live stream. I'll go as long as you want to go.
We appreciate it. Just to kind of wrap things up, I guess, do you have any videos planned this week or any exciting videos that you want to let the people know about?
I think my big thing today, at least this weekend, is the whole should I or should I not move the weekly to Sunday? Because
Yeah, that is I was thinking about that.
yeah,
I was thinking about that myself.
I get I've gotten a lot of comments today about, oh, Sunday's not bad, and it gives extra day because Friday's always a news day, but I'm usually recording, so I miss stuff right off the bat, and then it goes on YouTube the next day, and it's like, hey, you didn't talk about this. Well,
yeah,
it happened as I was producing it. But,
yeah, we run into that all the time too, because we like shoot our weekly show on Tuesday, but you know, people don't see it till Friday. Right. And so we constantly, like every episode, we're like, just as a reminder, we film on Tuesday, and like so
some news will drop on Wednesday or Thursday.
Always.
Every time. That's why I'm thinking Sunday's not bad. Plus, Sunday's more of a lounge around day.
Lazy Sunday.
Yeah,
Lazy
exactly.
Sunday.
Exactly.
That's why we picked to live stream on Sunday too. Was just because
it's easy.
Because Saturday is more, it's like eventful. Like, I'm going to do something with my Saturday.
Right.
Because
I'm going to
you get off work Friday, it's like, oh yeah, the weekend stuff. And then Sunday's recovering or recuperating, getting ready for Monday.
Exactly. White Direwolf, a.k.a. Ghost, thank you for becoming a channel member. There is a link in the description, but I can also drop it in the chat. 99 cents a month. Best way to support us on the channel. Thank you so much, Ghost. Hope you're fine with calling you Ghost because it's Ghost from Game of Thrones.
Hey, it's not Ghost. It's a white direwolf that just has the same red eyes as Ghost.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Because Sunday is a good upload. I feel like you can't go wrong with wherever you post the weekly.
But man, schedules.
Has today? Have you noticed? Has there been any difference in like your views in like the same amount of time?
I hate to say it, but they're better. It seems to have, and that's another thing I got to look at. Got to wait till tomorrow or the next day for data,
right, to really see how it pans out. Right. Yeah, but I feel like either way would be great.
And that's what most people, and that's what a lot of the comments was like. It doesn't matter. It's just just.
The weekly is a ritual. It is a staple. Like, my girlfriend knows who you are because I'm like, the weekly's out. Like, we got to watch this real quick.
And I'm kind of ashamed of the gag that I did today, but I'm not. Well, my YouTube is ashamed because now it wants to show me Gwen Stefani videos.
Oh no!
But ashamed's the wrong word. I don't mind, but now YouTube thinks I'm into 2000s pop.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Isn't it funny how quick the algorithm? You watch one video, and it's like, oh, you love that?
Here's more.
Yeah.
Especially since we both use the Out of the Basement account to watch personal YouTube stuff, so
the Out of the Basement
all over the place.
The recommended is
there she is.
Insane.
Yep. Have a good week.
There she is.
Nice. No, last night was Gwen Stefani videos and Ernest. And I don't know why it started showing me Jim Varney interviews, but okay.
I'll take it.
Nope.
Let's get an Ernest fig in the chat.
Yeah.
But review-wise, I think I'm doing G.I. Joe Playday this week.
Nice. I saw someone ask about a Playday.
Getting a stack out of the way, and I've got a lot more painting to do a proper Playday. Need to do more painting. In fact, do the land speeder wash on this.
Yeah, that new video Land Speeder Luke dropped about Ned B. That was awesome. Just like how simple it was to customize it.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to.
It gave me that itch. It gave me that itch. I was like, "Where's my wash at? Where's my paint?"
Do I need to keep this out for the foreseeable future?
There's Luke on cue. Nice.
Yeah. I love when Luke makes his customizing videos. I know they don't do particularly well because that's what no one understands that doesn't make content is like YouTube will punish you. They're like, you want to do something different? Bad.
Yeah, but January's the month to do it if you want to try to do different.
Oh yeah, right.
Because that's why the schedule's been screwy, is because I've been playing with shorts and
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like, well, everyone's going to start doing shorts come February because now they're actually going to be like legitimately like monetized.
See, that's why I'm so pissed about my 3D printer, because we had this idea for
Perfect idea.
We had this idea for a shorts series where it would literally just be like a weekly print. And it'd be so easy. Sup guys, today I'm going to be doing this. Do some B-roll of the thing.
Quick little
Maybe
time
do a little
lapse.
time lapse
That's
of
what I
the
was
thing
gonna
building.
say. Just put the
And
camera up and then time
here's
lapse
how
it.
it looks with figures populating it. It was going to be the perfect shorts series, and then my printer had to screw up. I'm pissed off. Luke, get out here. Get out here.
That's good, Luke.
Come to my
That's
house.
good. Yeah, and Albert, I get that, but
Well, figure it out, and the streams are never going away. So
Yeah.
it's just...
Yeah,
Exactly. I kept that same schedule for the past 2-3 years, and it's time to. I'm just playing with other things, sprucing
Right.
it up. I'm not going to get
Right.
rid of the long form stuff. Or
Yeah, no worries, Albert. Figure it out is
is forever.
is forever. We're never even, if one of us is down for the count, like I was. Nate did a solo episode. We cannot miss a Friday.
Yep.
Yeah,
that is-
exactly.
So
That is one thing we'll never miss an upload if figure it out, unless for some reason both of us are down and out. Which
and then the streams, unless it's a holiday, we stream. So the long form content will stay, but I thought it would be a good idea to do a short series with 3D printing. And we also do have another idea for random Black Series stuff as well. We might shoot our first episode of that this week.
yeah,
Don't want to say what it is yet, though.
yeah, little short series, but yeah, right.
It's extra.
JB's exactly. Shorts are fun to enhance. It's just it's
like
icing. It's
Supplement.
icing on the cake. It's icing on the cake. The cake's not going anywhere.
Yeah, just something to
But-
break up the schedule and try something different, new, and
And something a little less taxing to just, hey, there you go, put out this short minute-long video.
exactly. And then you could, because get completely different audiences too.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed I put up a short of taking the cell shading off Cyclops, and it's getting all kinds of people that aren't subscribed. It's a whole different feed.
Exactly.
And then hopefully they'll learn about the other content, the main content.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all analytics.
So Sean Phillips is asking, if the weekly does move to Sunday, is FWOOSHcast still going to be on Sunday?
Oh yeah, that's not a thing. I'm not going to change my shootings. Well, okay, it would be later on Friday, but I would have all day Saturday too for tweaks and edits and getting everything ready. The weekly is just scheduled to go up on Sunday. I have all day.
The
In fact, it would be
magic,
stuff to talk about.
yeah, the magic of YouTube, filmed in
Yeah.
advanced videos.
Yeah. What always throws me
What?
is I even start when I'm watching the Hasbro live streams. It's like I'll fall into the that's live. They can't do that. But no, that was all recorded. That was all beforehand. So
Ooh, this is a good question, and one I'm also wondering. Any chance you'll be on Unparalleled?
I don't know that guy. No, it's just our schedules haven't been synced up in a couple of months. Because man, that one weekend fell on the holiday, like Christmas weekend, didn't it?
Yep. Yeah. Listen, Wade's a punk. He doesn't like Black Series.
That's right. What little star? Well, no, he buys a little of everything.
No,
but
yeah,
I've got more
he-
vintage collection has.
Yeah, he dabbles. He put the TVC Vader on his like top 10 figures of the year list.
And he
but-
just does that to he just does that to shill.
No, like
That word.
Unparalleled.
Because nobody
Universe-
knows what it means. Nobody
Right.
knows what the term shill means. Nobody knows what it means. Nobody knows that a shill is like someone who is paid off to say nice things. Being happy with a figure doesn't make you a shill. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
In
No,
fact, it's,
I love Wade. I love Unparalleled Universes content. I like to joke because every once in a while, well, he trashes McFarlane, which I'm like, ooh, those are fighting words. Those are
he
fighting
judges
words.
McFarlane over one figure.
I know, exactly. I'm like, you got to try some. There are stinkers, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
there's plenty of great McFarlane DC figures. But
He
it's
was
all
streaming. He was streaming when we started. He's not anymore.
yeah. It's all in good fun. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Goji
thing.
knows that.
yeah. Goji knows that for sure. Albert, I don't think anyone would suggest that.
Oh no, not just on YouTube alone.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was responding in the chat. I mean, like, in all honesty, I'm always open about, like, money and all that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we make money here on YouTube, and I'm not gonna lie, the monthly boost in income, like, supplement, is nice, but it took us 7 years to get to, like, a consistent, like, oh, YouTube payment this month. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
it took us 7 years.
Plus,
And
plus,
it's nowhere near substantial either. It's just a nice little boost, you know.
plus on top of all that, you got to remember, I live backwoods Arkansas. It's not as expensive as other places, and my wife is a nurse. So I mean, it's more of a I get to do this kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Right. Which that is awesome. I mean, in a
Yeah.
in a perfect world, we'd all be able to start a YouTube channel and just talk endlessly about toys on the internet for money. That would be great. I would love nothing more than to
Now,
walk
if you
into-
all signed up for the channel membership,
if all 12,000 of you gave us $1.
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
it can be done. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes some time.
You definitely have to do it as a hobby first.
Yep.
It has to be fun. If it's
And-
not fun, you're not gonna do it for long.
And yeah, and you can't get discouraged because at the beginning, you're not gonna get views. Like that's just plain and simple facts.
Unless you're Landspeeder Luke, who just
right, who's I think
he's in that sweet algorithm.
I think he has an in at YouTube, and they just boosted
He
his
hit
channel
the golden
up.
ticket.
Yeah, right. But for the
He's-
most, I would say
he
like
passes.
99% of the time,
Yeah.
when you start a YouTube channel, it is tough to get people to watch your content, and you can't let that discourage you, though.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, you have to find your voice, your style. You have to go through the hazing period.
Now, do you ever private any of your old videos, Robo, that you just like you're like I can't
haven't seen
watch it anymore?
The only I did go back to the first video to throw it into what was the anniversary when I got 100,000 maybe
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or episode 200 of the weekly or 250 something like that. I went back and watched it. I was like, this is terrible. No.
We have a solid catalog of videos that are just on private. You just see the lock going down like a giant row of videos.
When
You put them to private?
started the channel, we were
Oh.
just like dicking around and like
we had no
doing the
idea what
most
we were.
random stuff.
Crooked camera angles, keeping in us clapping to sync the audio, like
Yeah.
just like some stuff where we're just like, I can't look at this anymore.
I've kept everything public all the way back. I'll get comments on the first videos every now and then, like, who's
Yeah, well,
this?
yeah.
I'm like, that was me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, respect for that, Robo. But then again, your content's always been good, so hey. you know.
No, hell no. You go back to the green screen days, and it's pretty bad.
I remember watching those green screen videos because it's the Bandai model kits. I
Yeah.
like the Bandai model kits. It was like at that time, it was like your videos and no one else's, or at least no one else's popped up when you searched Bandai Star Wars model kit.
Right. And yeah, they well, of course they don't make very many anymore, but
Yeah.
I guess they didn't take off.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
Yeah, Benny. Yeah, we also used to
Oh,
swear
yeah.
like crazy.
We were also incredibly inappropriate.
Yeah.
super
with,
vulgar.
with our toilet humor.
super
'Cause
vulgar.
This was like back when it's like we were doing like movie related stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like podcast, movie related review sort of stuff. Like, it wasn't even Black Series. Well, Nate would randomly be throwing in Black Series reviews.
Yeah. Easing that way.
Yeah, it was like that, but well, now as YouTube guidelines change, it's like you don't know when you could ever like swear in your videos anymore.
I always click that one that says swearing, and at the first you can only swear a certain amount, and then you can't use the F word until later into the something. Or
it changes. Like right now, I think it's like anything besides hell or damn in the first 8 seconds of the video, it's just like, nope, whole thing's demonetized.
Really?
Yeah.
I try not to start off, and
right.
In real life, I'm terrible, but I try to keep it down a little bit.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Like you know, if anyone ever met us in real life, you know, I'll let the F-bomb fly pretty regularly, but I don't know. It's just something, you know, on the channel. I'm just like,
why are you so fake, Nate? Why are you so fake?
It's my professional. It's like I'm at work.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm at that age where we'll be out in public, and I don't even realize I'm doing it. The years of me worrying about other people at Walmart are kind of over.
Yeah.
And my wife will look at me with, "Would you?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, sorry. I don't even realize I'm doing it." But
right.
I get on camera, and it's different.
Yeah.
Not different, but
exactly.
Because I actually care about people on the internet, not people at Walmart here locally.
That's right. I don't care about you in person.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, Quinn Mims Bandai model kits are amazing.
I'm not as bad as my kids, but
yeah, I like the occasional. But yeah, I don't know. It's always different. So, you know, at the end of the day, you got to protect that bag. So it's just easier to just not cuss in your YouTube videos, because then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about any sort of
it's
problems
just more
happening.
like inclusive, I guess.
Right. I mean, our analytics, you know, like don't really show kids watching, but you never know. I don't know.
I'll get that comment every now and then, and I'll look at the icon, and it's like an 8-year-old. It's like, no,
hide from channel.
Yo, sorry.
Oh
Love
yeah,
that hide button.
Yep.
Love that hide button.
It's so good.
I had this maybe. I can't even remember exactly what he said, but I had to do it because he was just going down commenting to all these on all of it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you're out of here. So it came back out as the second name. It was like, ha, you can't get me with my second name. Click. You're done.
Did it by chance have to do with plastic-free packaging?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
there was a person that literally changed their name to like FU Hasbro plastic free, like I forgot what it was, but it was just like a copy and paste on every video about plastic free packaging. I'm like, make it stop.
Just like
I order everything online and I open it up. I see how, because being a former mint on card collector, if I couldn't see the toy, then it's not really
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, like from that aspect, it's like I understand mint on card collectors' pain, but you know, it's just like for me personally, I'm just, you know, take it out of the box, throw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
am I typing?
Yeah, your typing is always loud as hell.
It's loud?
Yes.
Oh.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
I was about to go check the dog.
Like,
earthquake. No, it wasn't that loud.
Got my dual monitor and I'm reading the chat and I'm responding. I like to interact, all right?
Ding, 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 ding.
I select not for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case, because I mean, we're not making our content for children. I'm making my content for like-minded adult collectors. So that's my justification is I'm not making this for a kid, but you know. And I think you get some weird restrictions if you click that it is for kids though. Like
it shuts off comments and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's totally not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it like automatically turns the comments off, so it's not a good idea. Not a good
Yeah,
idea.
and when all that came up, what was that, several years ago? Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
that was a mess, and didn't know what to do. Nobody had any. Am I going to get in
Everyone was
trouble? And then
panicking. We were all
talking about
panicking.
fines and stuff. I didn't want to get fined.
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah, when they were like, it's gonna fall on the content creator.
Yeah.
What?
That was the biggie. It was like, hey, YouTube, thanks for shoving me in front of the bus.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
So yeah, I was out.
Yeah, those were scary times back then. I think everyone collectively was like, well, this is it. See you later, everybody.
Try to find another platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. White Tire Wolf is it turns off the mini player. What does that have to do with children? Like multitasking? Like what? Like what does that have to do with with children?
I don't know. And I guess I don't. I was never too restrictive on what my kids were watching on YouTube. I mean,
but they turned out fine, right?
Yeah. They cuss more than I do, and that's.
I remember growing up, my mom would be like, "Yeah, Friday the 13th, whatever."
Predator.
Yeah. RoboCop.
Escape from New York with my dad.
Robo?
And he was just like.
Yeah. Or Starship Troopers was always the big one for me as a little kid. I was like, this is the greatest movie of all time. And I mean, I still love it. But you watch it now and I'm like, man, there's nudity, extreme violence. Yeah. And my mom was like, oh, it's a fun space action. But it looks like Star Wars. Yeah. You could watch that.
And it's like, no, like, as kids, like, kids are smart. We're always going to find a workaround. Like, I know my mom is listening. Like, Mom, I was playing GTA when you thought I wasn't. Right. I know you're watching. I went to my buddy Josh's house. He had On Demand. We were watching all the R-rated horror films when I was like 9, 10. Like, I turned out perfectly fine. Like, no amount of parental controls are going to work. We're going to find a way. There's nothing you can do, all right? I was playing GTA. There's prostitutes in GTA, Mom.
Oh, no.
Actually, Prod's in the chat. We were adding it up the other day. We've been playing GTA for 10 years.
Man.
And it's because that's the only thing that pop in anymore. But I saw my first Friday the 13th movie at a church party when I was in the 80s. And I was like,
right. Gather around, kids.
Yeah. It was on the TV in the main room. It wasn't just, sneak off to another room and watch Friday the 13th. But
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. 10 damn years.
Man, that's crazy.
Where's GTA 6?
Never.
Someday.
I was literally
playing Doom
2013.
at 7. Ooh. Albert's got a $1 million question. Where did the nickname Robo come from? Wait, Robo is not your legal name?
No, it is not Rob O. FWOOSH. This I had a different screen name back in the days when it was just Star Wars, and then Marvel Legends came around, and I wanted to change it all up. And there was a game called
There's your mom. You are grounded.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
That's what you get for admitting stuff.
I was playing Madden NFL 2005. I
That's
promise.
Right. You were playing Roblox. I don't know what Roblox is.
Well, that was like Roblox is relatively new, I think.
Yeah. Well, this game, Vigilante 8-2, for the PlayStation 2, I think it was. There was a robot cowboy in that game, and time traveler something, and I can't remember one of the other characters called him a Robo Killer or something like that. And at the time, I kind of liked Wu-Tang. There was Ghostface Killer, so I kind of mixed it all together, and everybody just started calling me Robo. My real name's Brian, but if you yell Brian at a convention, there's like 16 dudes going to turn around and be like, oh. So it just got easier to say Robo. My family calls me Robo.
Could be Sir Bron of Blackwater Bay.
Yeah.
That's how they get my attention. Because it's weird them saying it and they know it. So I just
hey, Robo. Have your kids ever called you Robo?
Mm-hmm. Especially a crowded, area or
Yeah.
busy area or something.
Yeah.
That's not bad though. I mean, it's an instant way to get your attention and your attention alone.
Yeah, because I'm not used to hearing. Because for a long time, I got used to that name, Robo at conventions, at shows, at other towns, whatever. But at home, my mom, wife, family, I wouldn't hear it. But yeah,
Nice.
now my real name sounds weird.
That's right. Wu-Tang. You got to enter those 36 chambers.
36 chambers. Do you
Rena,
think your Shaolin sword can defeat me?
Nate is IG80 Nate. We've been over this.
Yeah. IG80 Nate.
Nate.
Salacious J. Rick.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I forgot mine.
Yeah. Wu-Tang Clan is great. Okay, Robo. Are you getting the ODB ultimates?
No, I can't.
I only have one ultimates. It's my one and only right here. Dave from 2001: A Space Odyssey. But the ODB was the first one I pre-ordered. I was like, this is what's sending me over the line.
For some ultimate action.
Like, who's out there making figures of like hip hop artists? No one. Absolutely no one.
I wonder if they're going to go all the way through.
That would be awesome. Or at least like the main, well, I don't know, because it's like, there's like 8 members.
Yeah.
The main members, and then you could get into the extended universe.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm pretty much 36 chambers. That's my Wu-Tang experience.
Same. 100% the same. And like I've seen them live twice, and both times that's all they've played. They've just played 36 chambers front to back, and then they're like, all right, see you later.
METHOD.
Yeah.
Adam, what is BHC? Am I slipping right now? It says, hey Justin, can we discuss BHC?
Oh, they did RZA as Bobby Digital, but reaction. Yeah, there's a ton of reaction stuff, but the reaction stuff doesn't really do much for me. It's just kind of like,
When it comes to reaction and throwback figures like that, again, you kids these days, I lived through that already.
Yeah.
I did that back in the day.
Right.
I like figures, 1, for the properties, and 2, for the figures, the articulation, the paints, everything.
Right. And like what modern day can bring us. Like, I get the appeal. Same thing with like Star Wars, like the retro collection stuff.
Right.
I get it. But I'm like, I don't really want to spend $15 to $18 on a 5 POA figure. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, every now and then something catches my eye.
Oh, for sure.
Especially with the card art and everything, the whole presentation.
Like, I'm a pretty big punk rock fan, so when they do like Descendants Milo figures, and I get all of those because I'm like, Descendants,
those are so cool.
Like Descendants, one of my favorite punk bands of all time. No way, no chance in hell there's ever going to be like any other like merchandise like figures for the band. So every time they drop one of those, I'm like, yep.
Oh, those are great.
Like, that's coming home with me. And they always send them unpunched too, which it just makes me feel even better.
Right.
There's nothing as satisfying as getting a 3 3/4 inch card and it's unpunched.
Right.
I feel like I've like defeated the Matrix.
Do you want to punch it out?
No, absolutely not.
I can't. I look at that thing and it's like, ooh.
So it was kind of fortuitous for us because the guy Justin, who runs Figure Shields, is a fan of our channel, and he sent us a bunch of Figure Shields in the mail. So I've been able to put all of my unpunched stuff on a nice Figure Shield. I get to hang it up on the wall like it's a normal figure, and I was like, man, this couldn't have worked out any better.
I think the only figure I have in a case is my San Diego vintage repaint of Boba Fett. Was that one year? The
the Kenner one.
Yeah, the Kenner colors. Fett.
Yeah. That one is worthy to keep on card. I feel like even if I had that one, I'd be like, can't do it.
if I'd grabbed a second, but
Right.
it wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, I think Mike Case is absolutely crazy because he opened his.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it may come down to opening it up, but I have a custom, so it kind of it takes the edge off.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's true too. With like how many like, you know, you could buy the Boba Fett model kit, repaint it. You could, if you really wanted to, you could get a prototype Boba Fett, paint it however you want. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I may do a model kit again too, because it's neat. Somebody took the black series and even molded the helmet or sculpted the helmet to have just the vintage looking lump on the side of his head.
Right.
But yeah. Oh, Lobot's another big, but like going back to a question a while back. Lobot, I need in black series.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
100% need our boy Lobot. Are you into the helmets at all?
I'd like to not be, but I'm not hardcore. But I have the repainted Boba Fett. I have a Shadow Trooper. I have that same red Stormtrooper we were talking about. With
the Shock Trooper.
The Shock Trooper. And then I have a Soundwave and Megatron, which is a black series, but they fit in. And that's, I try to keep it to what I really, really want.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, I have one helmet. I just have the prototype Boba Fett helmet, but for me it was like almost nothing could have prepared me for just how truly big they are. You see pictures, you understand it fits on an adult's head, but until like I got it and lifted it out of the package, then I was like, okay, wait, where am I going to put this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
What I've been thinking is some kind of wall mount thing.
Could do
I could get into that.
Some trophy display cases mounted
like
to
it
the
mounts on the
wall.
wall, then it comes out and there's a pipe and a ball on top or something.
Right. Like kind of like how like people display like autographed basketballs and like the acrylic like square case and they mount it on their wall. I don't know.
Now, does that fit your head? Do they fit your head?
Yeah, my Boba Fett helmet fits my head.
Mine doesn't fit. The only helmet that fits my head is the X-Wing pilot, and it's open, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not comfortable because, you know, it's got that like plastic inlay that kind of like sits in a weird spot on your head. So I definitely can't wear it for a long time.
Now everyone's making the joke. There's the emoji spam.
There it is.
So I was on the well, Nate and I were both on the Black Series Cantina podcast. And I recently was gifted the new Vader helmet from Kenobi, which is an amazing piece, and I put it on, demonstrated it, and then I literally couldn't get out of it.
Really?
And I was this close to having a panic attack live on camera.
He was like sweating and everything when he finally got it off.
Like industrial magnets that connect both ends, and I just couldn't find the point where the magnets were, and the magnets are so strong, and I didn't want to break anything, so I was trying to be careful as well. So it's like I was trying to apply force but not apply force.
Yeah, that was an incredible moment, and then just seeing you glistening with sweat after you got the helmet off, like
so there's literally an emoji in the chat of me giving up when I like laid back in the chair and I still had the helmet
Is that the stuck?
Yeah. Well, in the YouTube chat, because frickin' StreamYard doesn't actually show the...
Yeah, I can't see it. And if I turn that on, my internet starts lagging if I'm watching the...
Oof.
Huh.
But Vader
I
X
can't imagine
bricks.
getting stuck in a helmet.
Thank you,
on a live stream.
Oh, yeah. It was like 2 minutes, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, but Vader X Bricks, thank you so much for the channel support. Hey guys, just got on a break at work. Nice when it comes to helmets. Do you think they would do a damaged Vader one? Hope you get well soon, Justin. I don't think they would do that.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit too much, you know, it's asymmetrical. So I feel like that'd be very, very difficult to do.
Plus, like, it wouldn't look cool unless, like, you painted your own face to look like scarred Anakin.
Be normal person behind
It'd be like when Luke confronts himself in Dagobah, and it's just normal face in the mask.
Right.
Or they can just paint or just sculpt and have an eye hole,
Yeah.
like a cheap Halloween mask kind
Yeah,
of thing on the inside.
I would love for them to do a Black Series figure of Battle Damaged Vader.
Oh yeah, but someone earlier was asking about the clone trooper helmet. I actually, Kabash Figures on YouTube, I believe he's the first one to have a review. I sent that link in the Discord. Join that Discord. But it looks nice, but I feel like I want a Legion. I don't think I want a shiny Phase 2 helmet. I think I want like specifically like a Shock Trooper or a 501st or something. So I don't think I'm going to pick up the regular one.
You think they got to do that though, right? I mean, they have the mold. Just throw a paint job on it.
And I mean, think about all the Stormtrooper. Like they did the Shadow, Incinerator, Artillery, Shock. They did a lot for the regular Stormtrooper, Imperial Stormtrooper.
And then the Fed helmet, they did original repaint white.
Oh yeah,
did they do white?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I definitely think they're going to do it, but there's just something that just looks slightly off with the Clone Trooper helmet.
Because it almost looks like a blend of the animated look and then the live action look.
Yeah.
It almost looks like the Black Series figure helmet, where it's like not entirely theatrical.
Right.
Well, I wonder if they did that before. Well, I had to have, huh? Well, no. Didn't they just build the first actual physical Clone Trooper armor for a show recently?
Yeah, it was like in Kenobi,
Kenobi.
or
Yep.
Kenobi had 501st
that.
armor.
Yeah. I wonder if they based it off that, or if Hasbro just did a sculpt. And
I think they did their own, because there was a video recently where they kind of broke down he was like one of the guys from Mythbusters, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that video? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the Clone Trooper? That's where I saw
the Clone Trooper armor, and that looks accurate. I know some clone enthusiasts are gonna come. Kaminoan Customs about to come in the chat right now.
Yep, they're literally going to materialize.
Adam Savage. The physical armor they made for Kenobi looks as close they could possibly get to the live action look of Revenge of the Sith, because obviously they're all CGI, so you need to tweak it a little bit so a human being can fit inside of it. But I think the Hasbro helmet, I think they genuinely made up their own, because it's not 3D Clone Wars, it's not live action Revenge of the Sith, it's not even Battlefront, like modern Battlefront, which is what they have sculpted some other things off of, is like using the Battlefront game models from like 2017 Battlefront 2.
Right.
Like, I don't know what it is. It looks nice, but I agree, something does seem off about it.
Well, the Clone Trooper is always that weird. Every company that makes a Clone Trooper, it looks different,
Right.
It has something oddball.
Never
Oh,
quite.
now they're asking about lightsabers.
No, I think I have an older Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber
Nice.
that my oldest daughter's first husband gave to me as kind of a, please like me. Nope, but I keep the lightsaber.
Thanks for the lightsaber, punk.
That's right, get out of here.
Yeah, I have the 2015 Force Effects Darth Vader. I also have the Mace Windu from 2017, and then I have the Darksaber, the newest one, which is like the Elite. It's the only Elite saber that I have where it's removable for the Black Series. The Darksaber is sick. I love them all, but they're expensive. So
Yeah.
I just think about how many figures could I have for that price. Especially the new Elite ones that are over like 260, 270, 280. I'm like,
it's getting harder and harder to justify that price.
Yeah.
And again, they take up so much space too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
well, you gotta
sabers, you can just clip them on the wall though.
right, but you gotta buy the wall mounts. You gotta attach them. You gotta hope
But
that
it's like,
they
you
can
use-
support the weight of the saber. I know you're using broom ones. Don't lie to me. You're
Yeah.
using little broom ones.
And they were like $2, and they've literally never fallen off the wall.
Then why are your lightsabers in the corner?
Because
Not on the
I
clips.
was pushing this shelf. This shelf.
Here
back,
comes the
I had to make
excuse.
room on this wall, so I actually had to rip them off, and it took the drywall with it. That's how strong they are, Nate. That's how strong that connection was. Is it ripped off the drywall?
Oh, so the sabers hang this way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Mine's leaned up against the door behind the.
yeah, that's literally what I have mine
Yeah.
doing now.
Yeah. I mean, the Revan saber looks great, but like Justin said, when it comes to the roleplay items, all I can think about is I could have bought like 18 Black Series figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm much more into toys. Props are cool,
Yeah. Props
and
are.
I fall into that hole whenever there's not a lot of toys to buy. So,
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's something that I love and that's all I can get is like a prop, then yeah, I'll grab a prop. But if there's a figure, I'm going figure all day, every day.
Yeah.
But who doesn't want to just bust out a lightsaber, like at a get-together, family gathering, or a party or something?
They are fun. I do love messing around with them.
Nope.
Why
It's just making Wookiee noises.
Why does it have a Wookiee noise?
Have you not seen this lightsaber? Hasbro sent a box and this was in it, but it's got
grabbing our sabers.
it's got the regular sounds. Oh no, that's actually recording something.
What?
What the heck?
It's like a voice changer.
Recording music.
Yeah, it's a voice changer too, but it's got R2, it's got Yoda, it has Wookiee, and it's loud.
jeez. Nice.
But this thing,
Oh, TIE Fighter, or
That's got everything. Every Star Wars sound effect.
what?
you can see why I keep this by
What?
the desk for live streams.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
Porgs.
Oh, I was gonna say, like what?
Yeah, the Java sounds bad too.
Justin, did you have to fight the mailman for the dark saber? This is sick. This might be my favorite because it has some heft.
I never
It has some
even
heft.
messed with one. I was
dark
at Celebration and had one in arm's reach.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Man,
that
is heavy.
that handle is great though.
Yeah.
Customizable sound fonts.
I wish because the earlier Force Effects ones, like the Darth Vader from 2015, doesn't have the correct like Sith sound font, and I wish it did.
Hey, Dan's in here and says that's the only lightsaber you could put a fart
Yeah.
sound into. Oh no! All right, now you have to be honest, Robo. Have you ever tried it?
Not that. No. It's mostly just been me talking. I never even thought to do that.
Ugh, leave it to Dan.
Oh, Celebration this year's in London, right?
Yeah, we're all going, right?
That's right. Got my passport. I don't have my passport.
Nope.
Yeah. We missed our chance when it was in Chicago. We fumbled the ball. We fumbled
there.
big time.
I was in your area.
Man, we wanted to go, but for whatever reason, just didn't end up
Well,
happening.
that was in our arc. That was in our theater arc. So it's like we didn't have money.
We could have saved up. We could have saved up.
No.
2019.
Yeah.
2019. Dang, that wasn't that long ago. Maybe
Yeah.
that wasn't in the theater arc. That was in Hut arc. That was in Pizza Hut arc.
Well, I was still at the theater. You were. Well, I worked at Pizza Hut and the theater at the same time. Yeah. Exactly.
No. I did Pizza Hut for 3 or 4 years. Well, I kind of went to Domino's there for a little while and then came back to Pizza Hut.
Ooh,
'cause-
a traitor.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut has the better pizza. Let's be honest here.
No, delivering pizza, because that was for my last couple of years of college. Delivering pizza, great job. I will say. It was...
You meet some of the most insane people that you've ever met in your whole life.
I mean, it's Pizza Hut.
Not only the people that work there, but
Yeah.
the customers you are delivering the pizzas to.
If you don't smoke cigarettes, you will be the only person in the building at some point when everyone is taking their 50,000 smoke breaks.
Yep.
Go back behind the...
And you just don't get a break. You get punished for not smoking.
Classic.
You have to start smoking in order to get.
Yeah, in order to get a break.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're like, man the store. You'll be fine.
Oh,
Like,
man, but
I'm the delivery driver. I don't do any of the rest of this stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cook, do dishes, get the register.
But coming home with that wad of delivery cash, your little Black Series fund, great times.
Yep.
It really gives you the illusion that you have a lot more money than you actually have. But I like
All the ones. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
walk up to that computer. Yeah, my tips for the day were only $3.
Yep.
Enter.
Yep.
No, Nate. You never did that.
Yeah.
Then go buy toys with ones. Tell them you're a stripper, and
Yep.
yep.
And they give
perfect.
you that look when you're... Hang on.
Really,
I had
Benny?
change too.
I'm telling you, if we ever do an out of the basement meetup, it's now gonna be at a Pizza Hut, dining in, so we can get those red cups.
One of the final...
I haven't been to a Pizza Hut in a while, in a long time. So yeah, I
the
wouldn't mind.
the Pizza Hut that's in Justin's city still has the dine-in section. Although
Okay,
you
I was
can
gonna
you can no longer dine
They shut it
in.
down. They shut it down.
But the section is still there, so you can look at it and go, "Is that the salad bar?"
Yeah. Because ours moved out of the building it's been in for 30 years into
Yeah.
a little delivery thing at the little shopping center, and then a restaurant went into the old Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
So we go
mine
by there.
in my city is a Dunkin' Donuts now, but they still have like the red shingled roof. I'm like, you're not
Yeah.
fooling anyone.
yeah.
It's yeah, you can't change it up. I think they went blue with this new restaurant, but didn't change anything. The
Attaboy,
doghouse is
Dank.
still back there.
Attaboy.
Mm.
Exactly, Dank Ches. The Pizza Hut pan pizza. It hits different. It hits different. My Pizza Hut has a dialysis center. Stop in for a little dialysis.
Moderation.
Get a little Pizza Hut afterwards. That's awesome. Yeah.
Dine-in Pizza Hut.
Rest in peace.
We were
It-
one of the last ones in our state too, I think, that actually operated as a dine-in.
Yeah, there was one waitress. One
I was gonna
waitress
say,
worked at Pizza Hut.
There was more than one server, but it was like one at a time, and they would all complain that they're not making any money. And I'm like, well, no one's coming in to dine in at Pizza Hut anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they'd be looking at all of us delivery drivers, and we're like,
I'm
well,
like,
you,
yeah.
I'm like, you got a car? Just start delivering.
Yep.
Oh.
Classic. That's funny that we could all have a little bond over Pizza Hut. Slave,
that.
so working at
And
Pizza
now
Hut.
I'm kind of wanting Pizza Hut.
I think I am now.
It does sound pretty good. Not
Lucy,
gonna lie.
Are you
It does
still
sound-
in the chat?
I mean, after you worked there though, was it like I never want to eat Pizza Hut again?
Nah, I was still. I
Yeah?
actually I had some weight gain from my tenure at
You did.
Pizza Hut.
you
which
were-
I-
Yeah, but did you only eat pizza, or was it like
Well, you have the free okay, so full disclosure, my Pizza Hut was kind of no one cared, so I would
So you
just
got free pizza?
drop my wings, put a pizza in, and so
Yeah, yeah.
It literally would be like, who's
when you
hungry?
have- when you have a restaurant's ingredients in the palm of your hands, like you can
Right.
do whatever you want, make whatever kind of pizza you want, whatever type of crust.
There's Lucy lighting you up.
Hey, I lost it, all right? I lost it. And they had wings too, because it was also a wing street. So I was like, But no, even yes, saucy wings are my favorite. I know, dude. Sometimes I'll go back and watch that. I'm like, oh. But that was in my unhealthy underweight arc. I'm at a good spot where I'm at now. Those 2015 videos, I will go back and look at that and I'm like, oh my goodness, like you can see my skeleton. Like,
Yeah.
You were just a young boy at the time.
Yeah, I'm more happy with where I'm at now. But even after Pizza Hut, I can still crave some Hut.
See, we didn't do much of it. At night shift, we would call other restaurants and trade around, trying to just to have something different to eat. But
oh,
then
never
it was
thought of
mostly
that.
pizza.
I remember we did that one time with B-dubs. We swapped them a garbage bag of popcorn for like 50 wings, and we were like, "You guys got ripped off, but we'll take the wings. Thank you."
I don't know. Movie theater popcorn's pretty expensive though.
But like to us, when it was
Right.
that was literally
free.
like unlimited.
Yes.
I don't know what I'd do with unlimited movie theater popcorn.
That was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then you'd start eating it in creative ways, like eating it with the jalapeno peppers, or like I would get a hot dog
cheese.
bun, no hot dog, put the popcorn in the hot dog bun, and put some nacho cheese on it with some chili cheese too.
Yeah.
And then make like it would be because they wouldn't let us eat the hot dogs at the movie theater
Right.
without buying them, but we could eat the buns, we could eat nacho cheese, chili cheese, and jalapenos for free. So I would make my own little like fake hot dog.
They're almost asking you to, suggesting that you do it.
Like we would have to get creative, or sometimes I just have a whole cup of chili and I'm just sitting there spooning away.
There was a small period of time where, because you asked like, did working at Pizza Hut make you not crave Pizza Hut after? I feel like there was a small period of time with the movie theater like that because it was so much popcorn and you would come home smelling like it, and then eventually like your sheets, like I'd be like washing them every other day because I'd be like trying to sleep and I would just smell popcorn, like this faint popcorn smell.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it actually start making me feel a little queasy there.
especially because you'd get that like stale like popcorn
And you
scent,
would clean
like,
the popper and you get that gunk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now the worst thing was all the juices that would collect in the garbage cans. So it would be like pop mixed with popcorn mixed with like dissolved candy. That would
Right.
create that was like some of the worst smelling things you could ever possibly imagine.
Ooh. Now we
Yeah.
get into that at Pizza Hut, like putting Fritos under the cheese and whatever else we can grab.
Yeah, fun fact for the chat. Nate and I both met our respective significant others at this movie theater.
That is true.
Really?
All four of us.
And met each other at the same movie
Yeah,
theater.
true.
I'm married to the waitress from that same Pizza Hut. That's,
Nice.
yeah,
Look at
See,
that.
Look at all this.
it's crazy.
Look at all this.
That's a nice heartwarming story. Yeah. All right. I think it
This
is
is
now
my
officially
I love that part of the stream. though.
Okay,
I
this
love
is-
a random tangent.
This is how my live streams usually go: is toys, and then
Yep.
the food of some
You-
kind.
usually we hit the 3-hour mark and then all bets are off.
Yeah, everything goes out the window.
It's like, all right, now we're just going to start talking about whatever. But no, I do think
It's a trauma bond. Exactly.
this could be a good place to end it. And
Dinner time.
I'm
Call
so
it a day.
hungry now.
Yeah.
Like, I am so
Like,
hungry.
I'm
I
ready.
gotta wait for her to get home at 6:30. Dang it!
Yeah, I'm ready to eat. I'm like holding on by a thread. All I had this morning was some toast and a little bit of soup. So I'm ready.
Yep.
But seriously though, thank you Robo for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you on.
Have fun.
Yes.
I like.
It might be a year
For the first
later
time.
because I like how you discovered that DM from a year ago.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
funny.
when you emailed, because that's what you
That was
emailed
hilarious.
first is kind of the community email for FWOOSH, and it was like I barely. I just happened to look, and I was like, "Oh, look at that!" And then I went searching, and I was, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
A little late.
It's okay. We eventually got there, which is all that matters.
And now
Yeah,
we've
exactly.
streamlined the stream format, got our graphics and stuff. So now it's better that you're here now
Yeah.
compared to a year ago.
Yeah, you did that on purpose. Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, for real. Thank you so much for coming on. I know
No, I had
the
fun.
OOTB community was very hyped for this one.
That's cool.
Yep. Absolutely.
It delivered. So now everyone today get some Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
We usually
That's
say
your
eat your
homework.
Chipotle and drink plenty of water.
I'm all
Order
out.
some Pizza Hut today. Okay? Let's keep them in
Oh.
business.
I went through my
Dine
coffee and my water
Yeah, me too.
down to the wire. But
Yeah.
but yes, thank you everyone for watching today. We had tons and tons of people in here, tons of support as well. So we certainly appreciate it very much. And yeah, as of right now, we don't know who's going to be on the stream next week, but I'm sure we'll have a guest. So just be on the lookout for that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as video content goes, I don't have anything in the pipes. I don't think Justin has anything in the pipes either.
I thought, dude, when I first was feeling sick and I'm like, ooh, I tested positive, I was like, when you're just starting to feel sick, you're like, this is nothing. I can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm going to film some videos. I'm going to get some stuff done for the channel. Next day,
Nope.
there is no... I couldn't, focus.
Mm-hmm.
Even, trying to fix my 3D printer, I couldn't focus. So, yeah, I got nothing, but obviously we'll have to figure it out like normal. And I think we are going to film a short little video for something else that we might do more of.
A new series.
Yeah, so look out for that.
But yeah,
That's always fun to do.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trying something new, trying to spice it up a little bit on the channel as much as you can with talking about Star Wars action figures.
Right.
But
But
spicing it up's good on your end too. I mean, doing something
yeah.
different always get you out of not a rut,
mhm.
unless you're in a rut.
But
I was in a rut here last couple months.
it's like the creative.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little stagnant when you're, especially reviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same format, every video, all the time. It's kind of okay. But yeah, especially for you. I mean, you review unbelievable amounts of figures, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
how does Robo do it? Does a
And
little,
only-
does a
Oh,
nice
no,
little
no.
funny
And-
skit.
My schedule's 2 a week. Those guys that do one every day and stuff, I'm like,
Oh.
you're insane. You're crazy.
Yeah.
Or
But-
D Amazing drops 4 in a day, and I'm
Mhm.
just like, what is going on?
Watch all the way through.
now I have
No.
2 hours of D Amazing content to watch all at once.
Right.
But yeah, no, it was awesome to have you on. I know we asked this earlier, but did you have any videos coming out this week you wanted to let the people know about?
I'm hoping to do that G.I. Joe, but
Yeah.
that Boba Fett is hopefully going to show up soon, and there's a
Yes.
third-party Joker too that's on the way.
Ooh,
So
nice.
we'll see.
Nice. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, Robo, real quick before we leave. Did you manage to get that Lord of the Rings ring wraith figure that you talked about? It was a soft goods.
No, but everybody right after that video was like, "Don't do that. You don't want to do that," and so I didn't.
Yeah, I was.
And I hate that I wish I'd researched it more before I was like, "Hey, this looks cool," but
Oh, there was something wrong with it?
yeah, apparently it's not great.
Oh,
It's just-
okay.
It's just a bad piece of cloth on a skinny body.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
were you
that's-
looking? Were you wanting one?
Yeah, I was, because I bought the Diamond Select one, and of course it's hard plastic. So you lift the sword arm up, and then his cloak is
Yeah.
sticking 4 feet out. So I was like, "Ooh, a soft goods ring wraith," and then it was sold out by the time I even
Oh, really?
got to click on it.
No.
But-
a lot of people said nope. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Well, that's good. I don't feel as bad, but I was asking you because I was like, well, hopefully Robo will do a review so I can at least see what it looks like.
No, I don't do a lot of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Diamond Select stuff is, it's Diamond Select, so.
It looks okay standing there for the most part, but I had to
Yeah.
I had to do decals for Gandalf's eyes on Veebs's figure.
Yeah, Gandalf is. I like the monsters. I like all the orc, the Uruk-hai. Those are great. Sauron Build-A-Figure, fantastic.
Oh
But-
yeah, I did get to mess with that at a show, and I was like, "Whoa, this is the
Yeah.
same line as the
As everything else, you're like, wait, are you sure?
Yes, exactly."
But yeah, well, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Robo, once again. Of course, I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin,
See you guys later.
and we'll see you all next time. Same time, same place next week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Later, guys.